He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks, but super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right. Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, here on this Wednesday, January 7th for you here in 2026. How we doing? Hope we're doing well on this wonderful Wednesday. Good to have you here. Good to be alongside you for another edition of our show. An edition of our show that, as of yesterday, I didn't know we were having a 3-hour show until the late stages of yesterday, but here we are, a pleasant surprise, so we can talk a little more sports. And it's exciting to get that rolling here ahead of Lakers Spurs tonight. Yeah, we initially had it on our initial schedule, a 4:30 tip-off from San Antonio, so we were under that impression, but I guess things changed in the national TV schedule, and they needed a later game in some form or fashion, so on the ESPN TV airwaves. So they decided to push back Lakers and Spurs. So that is why we have 3 hours of radio today for you here ahead of that game down at San Antonio. So good to be here. Good to have you alongside us for the next 3 hours. We've got good, somewhat couple of guest lists here. We're going to have a good show talking about everything, including Paul Effler's going to join us at 4:15, so glad he can join us on the short notice. We were trying to scramble to get somebody on for today for the full 3 hours, so we'll have that as well. Lee's Air Hotline is the way you reach us. Lee's Air Plumbing, Heating, and Roofing is sponsoring our hotline, which is 559-320-1430 here on the airwaves, 559-320-1430, the way to get a hold of us on our show. Of course, you also have the Lee's Air Weather Check sitting at 59 degrees today. Mostly sunny, as it says. Maybe a little bit of rain in the afternoon or evening, overnight hours. There's a little inkling of it, but other than that, should be relatively cool tomorrow as well. Good to be here. Like we said, we got to talk a lot about things, and I think we're going to have fun in this next hour here, at least at the beginning. We have fun in every hour, but I have a real good belief that we're going to have fun this hour, because I think we're going to rehash some takes from the NFL season, and I decided we're going to have some Afternoon Joe to join us with us as well. So I got Jorge behind the glass over here. I got Joe here on as well, right on mic too. So Joe, you're hot, I think.
Oh, am I good to go? You hear me?
Yeah, you can hear yourself, right?
I'm here. I can kind of hear myself.
There you
actually.
go. Jorge, how are we doing too? You're producing for the first time this week?
Doing well.
So we got the crew back together, and we're going to have fun in this hour to talk about everything. In the next segment, I have preloaded the hot takes we made back in August. We did a show back on August 15th. And Joe, you called in having some fun. You were home.
Oh, I do remember that. I do. I was listening from home.
And we made some hot takes that you were reacting to. And so what we're going to do in this hour is we're going to play back those hot takes and see if we got them or not.
I honestly don't remember what I said. So.
Jorge, I mean, he was hearing me edit just a little bit. I'm the only one that has full knowledge of what the takes are. And there may be some, scrutiny in what actually qualifies as a take, a good take or not, of whether it worked out. So it'll be a good debate. But I want to start off, first off, before we get into anything, I want to say thank you to Kingsburg High last night for hosting us high school hoops last night. What a good game from both teams, Fresno Christian and Kingsburg. Of course, 69-57, the final is Fresno Christian pulling away in the fourth quarter. And they've got a good core of kids out there for them and the Eagles. They're ready and loaded and ready to roll in terms of basketball. Leon Maddox, a name you certainly will get to know as Fresno Christian rolls. How about 35 points last night out of the 69 they scored? And,
Wow.
Yeah, 35 last night from Leon Maddock.
That's Studley.
Yeah. Interesting story. Paul outlined it yesterday. 2 years ago, he was at Kerman. He played at Kerman with the Bibioff kid who scored like 45 a game.
Oh, wow.
And then moved up north. We didn't really know much where he went. Moved up north with the family, and now is back and here in the Central Valley with his brother George Maddock, and he's been a phenomenal player, and he's going to be a phenomenal player this year.
That sounds insane.
Yeah.
Score more than half your team's points.
Yeah, right. So, and a lot of it wasn't like 3-pointers going off like that. It was just
getting to the
power
rim,
in
huh?
the rim, and getting the shots inside.
Some Cade Cunningham style.
Yeah, there you go. So we will be doing the next broadcast we have on Tuesday of next week. We have Hoover and Justin Garza at Justin Garza next week. So
I'll be there for that one for sure.
I heard the gym's nice over there at Justin Garza.
Yeah, I want to see that because I haven't been. I don't think I've even been on campus ever. I've never been out that way.
Right? Jorge, you ever been out to Justin Garza, the campus? Or?
I haven't had the pleasure yet.
Is that where Collegian, that's right next?
No, yeah, I was going to say that's not the same area, right?
No, that's Central East.
That's Central East.
Collegian is Central East, yeah.
Where Collegian is, and then there's an actual Central High.
That one's farther west.
And then Justin Garza in a different spot entirely. I thought Justin Garza was where Collegian was.
I don't think so, right? It's a
Oh.
little further. It's a little off the road.
I'll look it up.
Every time I go by, I forget where I'm at, honestly. It's like way out there.
I get
to
lost
me.
out there. I feel like I'm in a
Exactly.
different country.
Well, I'm being from Sanger, like going all the way down Shaw right there. Like, I don't know where I'm at.
You live over there, Joe.
Well, I live over there, but I don't go that way other than when we have, the games at Collegian. I don't go down
You
that
don't
far.
pass the 99 in
I
terms
don't.
of it.
I don't ever go down the 99.
I have it on authority, according to my maps and all that. Yeah, it's right next to Collegian Stadium. That's where Justin Garza is.
See, Jorge?
Yeah. So
I
Justin
thought
Garza.
I was trusting you.
So where's East? Where's East?
Central East is
should be around there
a
too,
little
no?
more to the east. It's on Dakota and Cornelia. Yeah,
I don't know.
which is just a little east. So if you imagine Ashland and Dakota, which are pretty parallel to each other, right? Ashland's just north of Dakota. Garza's on Ashland and Grantland.
Okay. I know where Grantland's at. I know where that's at.
And then Dakota, which is just a block south, and then you go east if you're heading back to the 99.
Okay.
And then Cornelia is one of the roads. It's near Blythe. It's in between Blythe and Polk, and then you're almost basically to the 99 at that point. So that's
Interesting.
where Central East is.
You learn something new every day.
And then I don't know where Central campus is.
I didn't know there was 3 of them, honestly.
We're learning as we go, man.
Well, I remember now. I went to wrestle at Central East. Central East now. It was called Central.
But it's Central East now.
It's Central East.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
So where's Central High? I'm
So I
looking.
remember they made that.
I thought that was Central now.
No, there's a new Central High. This is where it's all confusing.
Yeah, I was
with
like,
you.
I thought that
No,
was
no,
Central.
no. Okay. So
Yeah.
Central East
Right. Was Old Central.
was all Central.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
It became East because Central, what it was called Central West,
Uh-huh.
is now called Central.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the oldest school in the district, the oldest high school, and that one's on
Oh, that's way out.
McKinley and.
Oh my goodness, it's way out there. With
I-
McKinley and Dickinson.
Yeah.
I've never been out to that
Yeah.
one then, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't think.
that
We've
one-
been doing this for a while. I've never been out to that one.
McKinley and Dickinson. I have never.
Yeah, they
even ventured
They
that
actually have a decent stadium.
There's nothing over there.
I mean,
Is it going towards like Easton and all that?
Yeah.
Right?
If
No.
you just
No?
keep
No?
going on McKinley,
that's near
you're
Kerman.
near.
Kerman.
You're
I was
like
thinking
on
like
your way to
Carruthers
Kerman.
and all that. I was thinking like Carruthers. Yeah, that's
No.
what it is. Interesting.
Yeah. No, it's.
Near Kerman. So that's where I think that's what used to be Central West is now Central.
Central. Okay. Okay.
Central Grizzlies.
Like I said,
Boy.
I'm from Sanger. I don't know anything else.
Hey, no
besides that
offense to
area.
anyone who goes Central High. If I went to Central High, I would hate going to school
Central
there. I mean, there's
Unified.
the R&L market there on the corner of Dickinson would be overused by me before school.
The
No,
spot.
it-
That's his
it
hangout
is.
spot there.
It's a hangout spot.
Oh, I
Of
bet
course,
there's,
yeah,
there's
it's like-
literally
seems
no.
like- yeah,
what,
I
you're
was
not
gonna say.
you're not hanging out at Affinity Towing on Dickinson there, just down the block.
I mean, if they're smart, they got all the coffee and all that for all the
And
kids, you know?
I'll tell you what, the kids aren't hanging out at Nonany Winery out there.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
We won't out them.
No, it's more like a community school because there's a lot of like houses around there.
Yeah.
But they're all spread out.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Okay.
why like a lot of people like buses and stuff they take kids,
Interesting.
so.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was like 3 of them. So
You know, a lot of the West Side schools are like that because a lot of not just the town is not just there.
right.
You know, they're all over the place. So.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
Go Central.
We're learning that, anyways. We'll be at Garza. That's that. We're not going to
I
be.
mean, I grew up in Tranquility, so you know.
You know the
that's-
streets.
I know the streets.
Even going
The
down,
West Side.
I remember we were going to Lemoore, and you knew about like that area. I was like, I don't know, this is like all foreign to me.
The other side of the 99. Well, cool. We're going to be at Garza next Tuesday, Paul Mitters and I, for a battle between Hoover and Garza. How about that? Anyways, we're going to get into the NFL thoughts on it real quick. I wanted to dive into that real quick. Just say thank you for listening to High School Hoops last night. If you want to listen back to the game, it's on our website, 1430ESPNFresno.com. We're also streaming live, by the way. Streaming live, as always, on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch platforms here. Joe's pointing at a camera right now. If Jorge is quick to the trigger, there it is. You can see when the red light's on, Joe. There you go. Anyways, Joe's getting his FaceTime on.
I'm standing today.
Yeah, you feel like standing. I don't know. Maybe I should stand.
We've been sitting all day. I don't know how you do this, dude.
How do I just sit all day?
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I can't get the computer up. If I had a rising desk in here,
I mean, yeah, I get
like
it.
that's kind of what I would.
I mean, we have a racing desk. It's just
We just
we're not-
move it
This
in
doesn't.
here.
Right, so we,
you need a bigger desk.
We
though.
could put this desk on blacks.
okay. All right. Jorge, we'll get on it, right?
We'll go to Home Depot after work
Yeah,
here.
come on. We'll just ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Am I right? All right. Playoffs are here pretty soon. We're going to be picking the games late in the show. So, Joe, I don't want you to kind of taint where you're thinking in terms of the picks, but what do you? This season's been so strange, right? We think about all the strange storylines going in, the different feel of all the teams coming into this playoffs, and I haven't felt more excited about a playoff run in quite some time. Last year to me, I just kind of was. I just did not really enjoy the drama that was around what was going on in the NFL playoffs, simply because we've been there, done that for a lot of the teams. But at some point, you have to appreciate the greatness of it in the flip side. And so that's why I can't quite say I hated last year's playoffs. But I'll tell you, it wasn't as compelling. This year, I've never seen a more compelling playoff field than we're looking at right now. Would you agree?
I mean, just the Panther and Ram game alone to me is fascinating.
Yeah.
That one alone, because of the regular season matchup between them.
Yeah.
This is crazy. See Jacksonville in there, and the AFC wildcard teams, how good those guys are. This is exciting. I'm really ready. I've as you know, I was in a bit of protest because of my Dolphins for a while till Ewers came back and gave me a little bit of hope, but not really.
Yeah.
I start. It's been fun to get back into it and watch these guys. See who Jacksonville is the most intriguing to me.
Yeah.
I'm not high on them still. I'm not. I don't
Okay.
like them still. But they look good. They've been looking good the past 6 weeks. They look really good.
I think they've been the most complete team in the AFC throughout the last 8 weeks. They've got the hot
the
hand.
past 6-8 weeks, whatever, they've been really good.
They've
have
had
been
the
good.
hot hand.
I still don't. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I am. I think it's gonna happen. I
But
think
they've
we're gonna see
beaten
it.
Denver. They've beaten the Chargers, who
Denver to me too is just
Yeah.
so weird to me. They're iffy to me too.
the number one question is, like, who do you trust?
Exactly. I'm not trusting anybody in there. Jacksonville, I just don't trust.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know what it is about them.
Jorge, are you having a hard time trusting any team in this playoffs? Like, I know you're rooting for your Niners, of course, but even then, if you objectively look at it, it is hard to trust anyone in this playoff field.
Yeah, there's no clear. You usually had like your clear guy that was gonna be like, all right, nobody could beat that guy at least in the wild card, But now it's like I don't think I have one. Yeah,
I still
it's-
personally think the Rams are better than the Seahawks.
Well, yeah, I think so too. And let's be honest, the Rams' 2 losses out of their last 3 were without Devontae Adams.
And then their Philly loss, and they had another weird loss. Oh, the Carolina
the
loss.
Niner loss.
The Niner loss. That was on like what 4th down that they got stopped.
In
There's some
overtime.
weird stuff with them,
Yeah.
and they look good, and then they do that. But I don't know.
But in terms, there's 2 different qualifiers here of there's the unknown of who's going through this playoff run, and then there's also the what are you rooting for? Like, if you're objectively just a fan, of course, Joe, you're just the football fan here.
Yeah.
I know who I'm rooting for,
Yeah.
and that's my New England Patriots to go all the way to win the Super Bowl.
And I'm waiting for them to be out first
That's
round.
fine.
So.
That's fine. And Jorge, you're objectively rooting for the Niners to win the Super Bowl. But if we had to take a step back and avoid our biases here for a little bit, like what team? Like I'm trying to think of. I think there's a clear number one of. I think everyone has one team they don't want to see win a Super Bowl this year in this playoff field, and I think that's Philly. I think that's
we
I think
can all
that's
agree
where
on that.
everyone's
On that,
at.
I think, yeah.
If you're gonna go with like the public interest of it, but I can't find many other teams where I'm like, man, that would kind of stink if they won.
Yeah, I mean, I just the way everything's going, and I think San Francisco's going to smash on Philly. Honestly, I think that I think the way that they've been handling business, besides that Seahawks game, I think the way Philly's been playing, other than the defense,
Okay.
I think San Francisco's got a pretty good shot there. I don't think it's the end of the world for them to not be, that 1 seed.
Jorge, what about you? Like rooting interest wise, if you take the Niners out of it, like do you find yourself rooting against any team like to win? Or are you feeling like, man, like we had the Chiefs. Boy, we didn't want the Chiefs to win. I don't think anybody
He wants the Seahawks to win.
No, I don't think I want the Seahawks to win. I mean, I really.
But you're not
don't
gonna feel
care.
horrible if the
But
Seahawks win, right?
I wouldn't feel horrible either. But I think one of the teams that is really interesting to me is the Texans.
Texans, yeah.
The Texans.
Pass
I feel
rush
like they're a team that has potential to go all the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna get caught up in like right in the wild card or maybe next round, but I feel like they could, if they could go all the way, they'd be a prime candidate.
And then if I go on the flip side, who do you think the public is rooting for the most to win a Super Bowl here in this playoff field? Who do you think, like, out of anyone? I think
Carolina.
I think you named a
Panthers.
team already that I think a lot of I would believe a team who hasn't been to the Super Bowl just yet.
Jacksonville?
Yeah, I think Jacksonville is. I think the public rooting team out of all of them, I feel like that's the team that like.
I can see that. I mean, they've been so irrelevant, and I mean that last time that what's his name was there, Lawrence was there.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that 4 interception game, came back and won whatever
Right.
it was.
Against L.A.
Right. So
3 years ago.
I think the Bills, because
The Bills are there
Bills
too.
there, yeah.
I think
Bills
people want the
who-
Bills to be validated.
well,
in terms of-
they always got stopped by
Yeah.
the Kansas City.
Yeah.
Now they're not there.
They're not in there. Yeah. I mean, that was definitely Allen's
well,
kryptonite for a little bit.
there's the pressure of Josh Allen, and is it his fault? Is he incapable of winning a Super Bowl if he can't win it this year? But then I also argue that Bills' defense has been rough this year.
It's
Is
just
that,
they
I
could not
can't
help him with that defense.
is the pressure on Josh Allen fair enough for him to feel it heading into this postseason? And I think it's been unfair to just say, well, Josh, all the other guys are out of it. You don't win, you're done. Like we don't respect you as a quarterback in the elite level. I find that very unfair to him as well, because this isn't the best Bills team out there that he's played on. Like we're talking the last 3 years, 4 years.
It
I would say
isn't,
that this
without
Bills
a
team
doubt.
has had its flaws.
Yeah.
It's had its flaws.
I mean, they're still a good team, obviously, but man, I wish they helped him out with defense more. Those guys are, their corners and everything, they're just older, and
yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but like I think Bryce Young, he's going
Right.
to get his first Super Bowl.
Okay, all right. Lay off there for a second. Let's save the hot takes for after this segment. Hey, let's take a break. We're going to revisit the hot takes from the beginning of the season. Jorge has kind of maybe heard a few of them. Joe, you have not heard of these at all.
These are all
so
new to
this
me
is
again.
I don't know, all fresh. We're going to see how bad these are or how great of a call these all were. Stay with us. Behind the Bench just starting here on 1430 ESPN.
Want to work somewhere fun, flexible, and rewarding? Me and Ed's is hiring. We're looking to expand our team with full and part-time positions at over 40 locations. Join our growing company as a delivery driver or valued team member today. For more information on job descriptions or to apply, go online at meandeds.com or visit your nearest location. Me and Ed's is hiring. Fill out an application.
One of the most important keys to success is teamwork. Just like the Bulldogs football team, Fresno Rack has assembled a great team of their own. An industry leader in warehouse pallet racking and industrial warehouse shelving, Fresno Rack is truly your full-service one-stop shop. In-house CAD permit department, in-house installation crews, and of course Fresno Rack's sales team is second to none. Whether you're looking to just fine-tune your warehouse and make it more efficient, or you're building a new warehouse and need a turnkey from start to finish, Fresno Rack is here to help. Call, click, or visit Fresno Rack today.
For over 60 years, we at DeBudo Defendus Insurance, a multi-generational and family-owned company, have proudly provided high-quality risk management and insurance solutions to local businesses. We stand on a tradition of solving insurance pain points in a wide range of industries like agriculture, construction, hospitality, transportation, and many others. A partnership and personal touch is what you can expect from us at DeBudo Defendus Insurance. Visit DIBU.com and get the business insurance you need today.
License number 0E02096.
Bulldog fans, Marcus McMarron here. On the field, success comes from having the right team. And when it comes to servicing your car or truck, my team is Ed Dina's Auto Center. Huge selection, unbeatable prices, and the service you can count on every time. Don't wait till the fourth quarter. Drive into victory with a vehicle from Ed Dina's. Trust me, this is a game-winning drive. Ed Dina's Auto Center, where Bulldogs buy.
Ed Dina's, the dealer in Dinuba that does. Yes, he does.
Are you an athlete ready to level up your performance the raw way? Introducing the Raw Athlete Program from Raw Farm. High schoolers, college athletes, gym warriors, and pros, Raw Farm wants you to see why professional athletes and nutritionists are fueling up with Raw Farm raw whole milk to hit their team goals and personal gains. Raw Farm is the best 100% A2 cream top from seasonally grass-raised cows, non-GMO, certified humane, 100% made in America, and crafted for serious gains. Visit rawfarmsusa.com to learn more and find it at your local Sprouts location through the nation.
When hunger's in the red zone, Toledo's Mexican restaurant has the winning play. Huddle up for their new chicken deals starting at just $14.99. Gandos, chicken mole enchiladas, and Sam's Special. Use promo code ESPN for an extra 10% off, in addition to reward points and discounts. Plus, swing on by Toledo's and catch all your college and NFL action on the big screens. Happy hour, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5. Saturdays and Sundays, 8 to 10, with $10 apps, $7 house margaritas, and $5 drafts. Toledo's Mexican Restaurant.
High school basketball lives on ESPN Fresno thanks to A-plus signs, Mega Prints, California Business Machines, and the foundation at FCOE. Catch the biggest matchups, the best local talent, and the rivalries that light up the gym. Tune in for expert commentary from Phil Bonatti and Paul Metters. From opening tip to the final buzzer, high school basketball on ESPN Fresno. Brought to you by A-plus signs, Mega Prints, California Business Machines, and the foundation at FCOE.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
To behind the bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader here Wednesday afternoon. All right, it's a fun hour here. We got a good segment here now. We are putting our takes on the line here. So I look back at what show we did. It was August 15th, 2025. Myself and Jorge did a top 5 bold predictions for 2025's NFL season.
Nice.
Ahead of it, and Joe, who was a jokester at the time, I think you were calling in because you were so bored, you had nothing else to do, so you decided to call in. And
I tuned in
and hashed in on our. It gave us opinions.
See, this isn't
on the
fair because I always say wild things. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I just want to play some of these takes, and this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna react to them, whether we got them or not. I'll tell you what, there's some bangers. And then there's
some good ones.
Some tough ones.
Interesting.
Some good ones from me.
Yeah, some tough ones. So, are we ready? I'm just going to kind of do a go back and forth between me and Jorge. So,
you're good.
Let's go with the first take. You're going to hear me right now. The Carolina Panthers will make the playoffs. Is that bold enough? Whoa! How about that, Joe?
Okay. Okay. That was a good one.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I listened back to that segment, and you were calling me, that's too bold. That's too bold. You were killing me for picking the Panthers to make the playoffs.
I mean, at the skin of their teeth, and it took Atlanta to absolutely save them.
They
I'll
made
say
the
that.
playoffs.
I get it. No, yeah.
Is that not a...
No, it's good take.
Carolina
take, yeah.
And I remember listening back, and I was like, well, I think this offense could work. Ted McMillan could be a guy.
McMillan's a stud.
He ended up being a guy.
He's a stud.
Canales can kind of figure things out, balance offensively. There you go. So the Panthers making the playoffs. So we're 1 for 1 on my front here. All right. Jorge, did you get your first hot take right? Let's hear.
Chicago will make the playoffs.
Oh, there you go. And they're what, a 2 seed, 3 seed? What are they?
2 seed.
Golf clap.
There you go, Jorge.
Mine's gonna be wild.
I thought we were gonna barely make it, but
no, they
were way
owned.
better than
They made it and then some. They won their division too. So Jorge and I. What one was bolder though, Joe? Was it me or Jorge's?
I'm gonna say yours easily.
The
all day,
Panther.
yeah. I mean, yeah, the new cool new
Everybody
coach.
thought the Bears quarterback was gonna, not make it.
I don't know who's. Everyone's just hating about his whatever he's doing. He's good.
I think the Bears could really.
I hate their defense. That's it.
They get a lot of turnovers though.
I get it.
That's
but,
why they get in these games.
I mean, look at those Niner games though. I mean, the amount of points they allowed. I don't know.
Well, the Niners didn't turn it over. That's the problem. If you're a Bears fan, you want turnovers in your games. All right, take number 2 from me. No team will win 13 plus games this year.
That was wrong.
Yeah. We had the Broncos at 14. We had the Patriots at 14 wins.
Who else
did
is
we
there?
have? We
Seahawks.
had Seahawks win
13,
14.
right?
14.
13 or 14?
They won 14 games. That's it.
The Rams are
12 and 5. Rams finished at 12. So I missed it by 3 teams. So
no, that was pretty good.
Yep.
Well, I made the take. I remember I was listening back. I made the take because we only had 2 teams win. We had 3 teams win 13 games last year plus, and it was the Philadelphia Eagles, the Detroit Lions, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
And I kind of felt like all those teams had a little bit of fool's gold thing kind of going for them.
I mean, they kind of did this year. I mean,
well, there you go. Jorge, your next take.
I feel like Baltimore will only win 10 games.
I mean, he's a couple games short of that.
This is the one I was like, is iffy, but
I didn't think they were going to be that good.
they only win 8 games.
Yeah,
you didn't go down
short. No, that's not a bad take.
But it didn't hit.
But weren't they the Super Bowl favorites?
They were the Super Bowl.
So I mean, that's
doesn't
not
matter. All right, that's the one I'm debating right now. Does this count? I don't think it does count.
I don't think it counts either.
Yeah, it doesn't count because.
But you were close.
Yeah, I was close.
If you would have said 8, I'd be like, you're
I was saying
a
that
wizard.
they were
you're a wizard, Jorge.
All I was saying is they were overrated.
I get it.
All right, I got to play the trombone sound effect for you, Jorge.
Yeah, sorry.
On the Ravens, but you were on the right track.
Yes,
you were the man who saw the truth about the Ravens.
Oh yeah,
I heard
I was blinded by Lamar.
You
and
said
everything.
in the segment back in August that you said Lamar would get hurt and the Ravens would kind of struggle to kind of establish offense in some way, and so for that I would give you a half point on the
golf
take.
Clap.
Like there you go. So
just one clap.
This is where things get a little off the rails. Actually, no. Actually, I think I have one more really good one. Here we go. Justin Tucker's kicking record will be broken twice this year. That did happen.
Was it the
Cam Little did it 2 times, including the last week of the year. 67-yarder.
Man.
And then he did it earlier in the year, too.
He did it at the beginning of the year, right?
We
70
he did it at the beginning of the year, and then he did it
recently. Yeah, like you said.
He also did it at the preseason.
He did the preseason.
But that was like a 70-yarder or something like that,
he
right?
did 70 in the preseason. He did another one in the middle of the season. I think it was against like the Texans or something.
Yeah.
And then he did one at the end of the year against the Titans. So 2 times. I called it. 2 times.
I'll give it to you.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Jorge's next take.
The Arizona Cardinals will win the West.
Oh,
ooh.
Yeah.
I wasn't against that one. I thought they were going to be sneaky.
Yeah, all right. Jesus Christ.
Would they get like 4 wins, 5 wins?
That's the worst one of them all.
They were sneaky. I thought they were going to be sneaky too. I wouldn't be against that take, honestly.
Sneaky is not 4 and 13.
At the beginning of the year, they had a lot of potential.
Exactly. I mean, I love McBride. McBride's such a stud, and I thought they were going to use him. And I mean, he did have a good year, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man,
Buda Baker's still good.
Jorge.
They had really good players too.
That's
they
what I'm
did.
saying.
You know, Marvin, Maserati Mar.
He kind of like disappeared too, though.
Yeah.
I think the coach and just couldn't get connection.
You see
with
that
the
guy's
players.
speech? You see his speech?
Oh,
my
oh,
gosh!
Gannon, like, when he got hired the first time.
so bad.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been inspired by that.
Now it makes me want to know what McDaniel's speech was.
McDaniel sucks too, dude.
Yeah, it's Tua. You just gotta be the man. All right.
With his mouth barely opening when he
Yeah.
talked. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Take number 4 from yours truly. I think the single season rushing record will be broken this year. Nope.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Nope.
Far
They didn't even
away.
get close. Who was the rushing leader? I think it was James Cook this year. How many yards did James
Like
Cook?
13, right? 12 maybe?
James Cook rushing yards this season. He got up to 16-21.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was at like 13.
What's the record?
It's like 2108.
Yeah,
I think
something
that's
like
the
that.
number.
Yeah.
So off by 500 yards.
And he had an extra game to do so.
That's why I was kind of counting on it. I was like, it's going to get broken.
I didn't know he had 16. That's pretty good.
16 was, yeah, but, it's not enough. All right, Jorge, your next take from the beginning of the year.
Joe Burrow will win the MVP this year. Yeah. I was shooting at the stars with that one.
You were believing in the Bengals.
I was believing in Burrow. I thought Burrow had I thought this was his year. I thought he was off the injuries, back on track. They had a decent team that could help him out.
And that damn toe.
You chose Burrow the year he decided football wasn't fun anymore.
I know, right?
Where Burrow got literally depressed.
I don't want to play football no more. It's no fun.
He got extremely depressed this season.
He knew
and
he knew you said that he was going to win MVP.
people are questioning his will to play football.
Poor Bengals.
Yeah, poor Bengals. Poor Bengals. All right, final take from me. Travis Hunter will win Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that one.
Hey,
was
hit it again.
bold.
Hit it again. Hit it again.
How many games did he play? Like 4?
He only played like 6 or 7 games or so. And, he got hurt. But let's be fair, the Jags didn't really miss him.
No, not at all.
I thought, I'll tell you what, I saw him in person in Santa Clara against the Niners, and I thought he was going to be something special.
Did he look like a little quicker than everybody else?
Incredible couple of catches there. I think there's still something there with Travis Hunter. I really do. I think there's something there for him.
I think so too.
Yeah.
When you go and you see like those guys live, you can see the difference between,
Yeah.
I mean, we always talk about like Puka. You just see the difference with him and everyone else.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
You can just kind of tell. And I think Travis Hunter, despite the injury, and sometimes you guys start slower, in their career. Like I think of like a Jadeveon Clowney who kind of started slow, and then he came on strong through his middle career. He had a pretty decent. He's still got there.
So do you think they'll use him on one side of the ball more now because of this injury?
Well, I find they added Jacoby Myers, and so they have him there with Brian Thomas kind of as a 2, and you have Brenton Strange as kind of a tight end 1. You can have Parker Washington, who's strong there as 2, and so Travis Hunter kind of as a wide receiver 4 for them is a really nice spot for him. So I would assume that I think they're in a really good spot to use him. It just is a matter of him staying healthy. I think the Jags offense could get even better with him.
A guy that you traded up and traded assets
That's
for
the problem.
be a number 4 receiver.
Be a number 4 receiver is tough, right?
That kills me.
So it's maybe he can get to the 1, but then what happens to Brian Thomas? And
Put him
then
at corner. Let him play corner. He
let him
looked
play
great
corner.
at corner. He
Yeah,
looked great at corner.
Well, that Jags defense is opportunistic too, and so he's got good ball skill, good instinct. I'm not killing the trade yet. I'm not killing it yet. I think there's still life for Travis Hunter. Just not in my hot take there. All right, one more hot take from Jorge.
My bold prediction is that Brock Purdy will win the MVP of the Super Bowl. Could still happen. Could still happen.
It's not over yet, I guess.
Not over.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We'll see, I guess.
You needed the robot from Futurama. And he goes, "What?" And he puts the tape in himself. What?
So the jury's still out on Jorge's Brock Purdy Super Bowl take. Do you feel
There's still time?
I mean, there clearly is. You still have a shot of it happening, and I would imagine statistically the possibility and likelihood of quarterback winning Super Bowl MVP is higher than other places.
Oh, for sure.
In terms of that, and if the Niners do get there and end up winning, that would be the most likely outcome. The question is, do the Niners get there? And maybe this is a good little, shift to the conversation here to this 49ers team as they face the challenge against Philly. Jorge, I didn't ask you yet just your thoughts on just drawing Philadelphia for the opening round. I had Tim Veer for the last couple of days, and he didn't really I think he would have liked other opponents than Philly, but it's what it is what it is to him. How are you feeling about Philly as the 49ers opening opponent of the playoffs?
I think I feel the same way. I think I wish that it would have been somebody else. Just because we're so depleted right now.
Yeah.
With the injuries, I wish we would have got that time to heal up that week. But, we got to face everybody anyway, so if we want to win it, might as well start now.
San Francisco played Philly this year, right?
They did not.
They didn't. So it was last year when
last
year they smashed on them.
Then they smashed Philly.
Yeah,
They,
exactly. So
destroyed Philly.
I think they're better this year. Philly isn't as good this year as they are last year, so I think you got a good shot. I think they got a good shot with them.
We played them 2 years ago.
Maybe it's 2 years ago.
Is it 2 years ago? I thought it was last year.
Let me look at it.
23.
I have the NFL.
It was last year. Maybe it was a couple years ago. I don't know.
They beat us in the playoffs the year early.
Last year you did not play Philly.
So then it was 2 years ago.
2 years you played.
And then you lost to them in the playoffs?
Yeah, because
That
Brock
year?
Purdy's elbow exploded.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we could have, and the theory was that we were handling the game until Purdy left with an injury.
Okay. I remember now. Okay, I thought that was last year. Man. Time's just flying these days, I guess. Jeez.
Where was you had Josh Johnson in, and then Christian McCaffrey threw a pass.
Yeah, because we didn't have anybody else.
Was Jimmy G just not healthy enough for the playoffs?
Jimmy G wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't Jimmy G.
He was there.
Was he there?
He was
Jimmy
injured.
G was injured. He was
injured.
Yeah, and this prompted
He wasn't dressed to play.
And this prompted the idea of what is. This created the rule of the emergency.
That's right.
Third
Okay.
quarterback,
That's
because
right.
the Niners just stunk.
That's right.
The whole game, in terms of
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, because Josh Johnson got walloped in.
He'd been there like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I still don't care for what Philly's doing this year. I think 49ers have a great chance against them.
49ers, they haven't played Philly since 2023. The last time they faced them.
And they talked a lot of smack. So when we faced them the next year, and we just destroyed
Didn't Diamondor and Lenore just destroy Devontae Smith on a play?
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
I remember that too.
Just absolutely just obliterated him.
Poor little
in
guy.
the open field.
He's so little, but he's really good.
Oh, Ronnie Bell had a fumble in that game. I remember Ronnie Bell. Love Ronnie Bell.
Interesting.
Shut
I
up.
thought that was last year. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Your three leading receivers in that game, two of them aren't on your team anymore. It was that Debo and Ayuk who were in that game, certainly. So,
that's what I'm saying. We had more time to get the injuries back on track, but
I think your offense will be fine against their D,
I think
honestly.
you win if Ricky plays. That's my proclamation.
I hope he does, because
I think you
that's
win.
a big piece of the puzzle.
And I think you lose if Ricky does not play.
I think Shanahan will scheme up a good game against that defense, honestly. I don't care for the offense.
Tell me there's a non-zero chance Shanahan's running a little Wildcat with McCaffrey right now in practice this week.
Wildcat?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think McCaffrey likes Wildcat. I think he just likes to be.
McCaffrey's going to do as he's told.
That's true.
McCaffrey doesn't like tipping that ball to the defender right now, and Joe recalls.
No, yeah.
He was not happy about that.
It's pretty sad.
Anyways. All right, let's take a break. Good hot takes, bad hot takes. That was fun. Let's take a break. I want to talk a little CFB playoffs with Joe here, too, because we got Miami tomorrow.
Canes!
Yeah, we want to talk about it
Finally,
next.
some good football.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back on 1430 ESPN.
Football fans, it's Phil Benotti telling you to bring your tailgate and your holiday cooking to championship form with a trip to your local grocery outlet in Kerman, Sanger, and Fresno Southeast, downtown, and Northwest stores. Hurry into these grocery outlets and stock up now on holiday hams and turkeys, fresh produce, baking essentials, party platters, snacks, and drinks. Everything you need for the big game or the big gathering. That's top quality products at deep discount, money-saving prices. Score big this season at Grocery Outlet, Kerman, Sanger, and Fresno Southeast, downtown, and Northwest stores.
For projects of any size, residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, Pacific Steel Supply guarantees to match or beat any competitor's price by an additional 10% on all top quality steel materials, metal roofing, and components. They'll help you save time and money with their 24/7 service, fast delivery, and the most competitive pricing in the industry. Get started today with a free quote from Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno on Ashland and Parkway, just off Highway 99, or online at pacificsteelsupply.com.
New year, same hunger, better value. KFC is starting things strong with $5 bowls, classic or spicy. We're talking creamy mashed potatoes, sweet corn, melty cheese, and crispy nuggets all stacked in one bowl. Go classic or bring the heat with bold, spicy flavor. And if you want to start the year playing offense, grab a $5 Maddie's Cheesy Nuggy Gravy Bowl. Crispy nuggets, rich gravy, and plenty of cheese. No shortcuts. Big flavor, big comfort, just $5. Only at participating local KFCs for a limited time.
Back the birds, Fresno. Don't miss another week of Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds action at the Special Event Center.
Dribbling with the left hand. She's going to fire another three. That one good as well. 3 straight threes on 3 straight possessions.
All games are just $10 for fans 18 and older. 17 and under get in free. Back the birds, Fresno. Catch both men's and women's basketball before the season wraps up. Don't miss the excitement. For schedule and ticket information, visit fpuathletics.com today. See you there.
Attention cannabis lovers, your favorite dispensary, Valley Pure, now has an app. Stay connected with exclusive deals, special promotions, and the best products. All at your fingertips. Don't wait. Download the Valley Pure app today on the Apple Store or Google Play. Claim your rewards when you earn them and start saving by downloading and turning on notifications today. Be sure to visit one of 5 Valley Pure locations around the Central Valley. And don't miss out on the best offers. Valley Pure, where quality meets convenience.
When you think of California business machines, it wouldn't surprise me if you automatically thought 3-cent color copies. It's something CBM has become locally famous for. But now there's something else business owners are calling about: business phone systems. It's a beautiful thing. Copiers, printers, office phone systems, all with one simple call to California Business Machines. 559-225-5570 or online at cbmsolution.com.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A tricked out man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000 and make your ultimate game day experience a reality. To enter, buy any 5-Hour Energy product and upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and a legal resident of the U.S. Ends December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit 5hesport.com. Void where prohibited.
Summer is in full swing and the deals are heating up at Lowe's. Find 4th of July savings to keep your yard looking healthy the whole season. Protect your soil from the heat with a bag of Scott's Naturescapes mulch, now 3 for $10. And celebrate the 4th with our select 2.5-quart red, white, and blue annuals, 2 for $10. Find more savings this 4th of July at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Valid 6/23 through 7/6 while supplies last. Annuals offer in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Valley's local sports leader. One more segment of what I like to call Afternoon Joe. With Joe, who just decided to join us here from time to time. Appreciate Joe for taking time out of his day to just help us with a little content.
Radio's fun.
Radio is fun. And last little bit of conversation we have in this hour I want to talk about is, of course, the college football playoff, which starts tomorrow night, which you can listen to here on 1430 ESPN. The Fiesta Bowl, which features Ole Miss and Miami of Florida. Hey, let's give respect to Miami of Ohio. We got to start designating the Miami of Florida, too. Anyways, the U. And then on Friday, Indiana, Oregon from the Peach Bowl.
That one's exciting.
That's going to be, hey, Raider fans, watch that game.
Yeah, right.
Watch that game. That's all I'll say. Joe, it's chaos in the college football playoff, and we heard so much calamity about the Canes even being in there. especially from those Catholics up north, as the Cane fans like to call them.
They would have been out first round, but it's okay.
Yeah. How do you feel about the college football playoff? I mean, the way this has kind of gone for college football,
refreshing.
It's refreshing, but I wonder, like, how much are people going to just continually complain because we're not seeing the best teams advance? They're worried about the system. At some point, people got to stop groveling at the idea that we're just not putting the best teams into the college football championship, and that's the reason we play these damn games. Is anybody can beat anybody at some certain point. And this is what irritates at me about the whole playoff system and everything like that, and the way college football is being talked about. I want to enjoy 2 games tomorrow, and I hope people or the next couple of days. I'm sure you're trying to enjoy it as well, but it gets frustrating.
I'll be in here with my Ed Reed Canes jersey on.
Canes jersey, Ed Reed.
I got Ed Reed at home.
All right.
And I got Reggie Wayne, and then Andre Johnson, of course, Edrin. But my Ed Reed's my favorite one.
Are you gonna bring a belt tomorrow? For
belt to butt,
as Michael Irvin has coined.
I'm just gonna snap it all over the tables. I'm gonna come in here while you guys are doing this.
You ever gotten the belt? No.
Hey man, I grew up Mexican, so I misbehaved one time. I never did it again. I'll just say that.
Jorge, we don't talk about the belt. We don't talk about.
I know Jorge got it.
Yes, I got it.
Hey, we're okay citizens now, so
I'm not endorsing anything, and I will disregard that for. Anyways, moving on. Miami's chances tomorrow. I think people feel like Ole Miss is the team of destiny team.
Nah.
Because Indiana's the favorite. If you want to go storyline, Indiana's the favorite. Oregon is the dark horse.
Oregon.
I would say Ole Miss is the feel-good story.
Yeah.
And Miami's the chaos agent.
I really don't mind if Ole Miss does it because of the whole Lane Kiffin thing. Just a big screw you to him.
Well, that's fascinating, right? Because didn't Lane Kiffin say, isn't that the whole point of him leaving was, I have a better chance of winning an Natty at LSU. And then he turns around. And by the way, if Ole Miss does win, he ends up getting a ring in some form or fashion.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
He gets paid too.
He was part of the season.
I mean, I get it, but he's gone. I don't know.
It's like when any player gets traded or anybody leaves.
He better not wear it ever or anything, though. He cannot be wear. Why? I would make fun of him all
It was
day.
his team. He made the team. He built the team.
And then he left them, and then he just ditched them for. It seems like an inferior.
At
At
some point now,
we're going to say inferior program because
it's not like he wanted to.
Yeah.
You don't think he? I don't know. I don't know. That bugs me. What Kiffin did was disgusting to me. Why wouldn't you ride with your team?
Because he couldn't.
Because they gave him an ultimatum. Because
it's a recruiting thing.
Yeah, they got all mad. Ole Miss got all mad because he was flirting.
So why flirt when you have one of the best teams in the country?
There's so much kiss and tell in college football. It's crazy.
You can't stay with your team when you're recruiting the
LSU decided to make a power play. LSU was the one that was kissing and saying, "Hey, come on over. We're seductive. We got like way more money for you."
So how do you think they feel if Ole Miss wins it all and then next year that LSU doesn't even make a playoff?
I feel like crap.
Yeah,
but I don't know. For me, that's why I'm like, screw that guy. I don't know.
But here's the problem: it's the system, right? It's the SEC. The SEC allowing LSU to actively do that to their member school, while Ole Miss sits there and says, "Hey, aren't we all in this together? We're a conference.
Supposed to, exactly.
Like, what are we doing?" Like,
I get it, but at the same time,
SEC could have let him coach.
The SEC should, if there was something serious about what SEC was doing, it's not Lane Kiffin's fault to go find more money. That's not anybody's fault. Anybody should go have the right to find more money.
I get it.
In your life. That's
Ole Miss could let him coach, but
Joe, you get double your salary somewhere else. You're going.
They're fighting for recruits right now.
I'm loyal.
I know you're loyal. Triple your salary, you're going.
I'm pretty loyal, but triple, I don't know.
No, I don't blame Lane at all. I think I blame the system of how it all went down and how the SEC just still kind of didn't really say, "Hey, LSU, that's not the way we do business here in this conference." And could have got some sanctions in some form or fashion. The SEC likes where it's at in terms of the conversation.
I guess I just don't like Kiffin. I don't know. I don't like Kiffin.
He's a Fresno State guy, man.
I get it, but just the way he's been going about things his whole career.
I know.
It's not my thing.
He's a maverick, and I kind of like kind of like that. In
I like how he
think
takes digs at teams right after, and so
I
it's kind of
think
funny. But
this last time, he it wasn't really his fault. It's just the way that that everything works. It worked out against him being still with the Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
He could have done it, but Ole Miss didn't let him. Ole Miss put the clause in the contract saying like, "Hey, once you."
It was a hostile takeover by LSU over Ole Miss's greatest asset.
And it's all about recruits
Yeah.
because they're gonna recruit the same people and if one is there when they win, I'm the one that won.
Yeah,
you'll
with
never
them.
convince me that Lane Kiffin did anything right in this. That's all I
Okay,
know.
that's fine. Does Miami win on Thursday, tomorrow?
Yes.
They're -3.
Really? I didn't. Okay.
Miami's the favorite.
I didn't think they would be favorites in this, honestly.
Yeah.
But let's go. Crystal ball for president.
Is Carson Beck really going to play for a natty in a week?
I mean, he's I feel like he should have been born and raised in Miami with the way he acts. So let's do it. Let's give him the championship. I'm down.
Isn't he, like, this is his last year, is it not?
Yeah, I think it's last year. Yeah,
What's
yeah.
his, like, draft stuff? I haven't heard anything
No,
about him.
man, because not too long ago he was considered like a first round pick,
Yeah,
right?
everyone who was the hot quarterback out there.
And
on
then
the
he had that
streets,
one
right?
bad year with Georgia. What was it, last year, whatever
Yeah.
it was? And then he kind of, that's why he was like, I'm staying here. We're going to work our draft stock up again. I don't know. He would be an interesting thing, right? Like, so who do you think would have been, okay, Quinn Ewers coming out of Texas or Beck? Who do you think would go higher if they're in the same draft right now?
Beck.
Beck?
Yeah, because wasn't yours, like, undrafted?
He's 7th rounder.
He's 7th?
But why? I mean, he came out of he was winning at Texas.
I have heard a lot of people say he was borderline undraftable with how, like, just he graded out.
Interesting.
In terms of his intangibles or whatever. But and you've seen him play a couple games. He went 1 and 2 in his games?
1 and 2. I mean, and with the team that designed their entire playbook around a left-handed quarterback. I mean,
that's right.
That's the way I look at it.
You were yelling at your TV.
Yeah, you see him rolling out to the left constantly. Like, what are you doing? Like, the way he had to jump and set. Oh, it made me so angry.
You know, this is the first time these two teams have played in nearly 75 years.
Really?
Ole Miss and Miami.
Interesting.
They haven't played since 1951.
And who won that one?
Miami did.
Of course they did.
20-7. All three of the games they played against each other were in Miami. This is in Glendale, Arizona, of course.
And Miami won them all?
Miami did win them all.
Of course.
Miami is in the Fiesta Bowl for the first time since 2003. You remember who they played?
Fiesta Bowl 2003, and I believe they dominated. No, not 2003?
One of the greatest national championships of all time.
It wasn't Florida.
Double overtime against Ohio State.
Oh, man, I don't remember.
LSU?
I blocked those things out.
No, Miami losing to Ohio State in 2003.
In 03.
It was the 2002 season.
Okay.
The 03 postseason.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah,
My Canes have been bad.
They lost 31-24 in double OT to Jim Tressel's Ohio State.
Tressel? Oh, wow.
You remember that Ohio State group?
I do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
God, what one of the iconic games of the year in terms of that. And that would be the last time I believe Miami made the national championship.
Yeah, that was it.
in
It's
2003.
been a long time. Miami football has been terrible when we're talking Dolphins and Hurricanes.
Would Miami be the most random champion of all time in college football? It must be. It
No
has to
way.
be.
No way. Canes owned the college football world not too long ago.
But I'm saying right now.
Right now, yes.
You couldn't find a person on the street that felt Miami was going to win.
So like I said, we're making Mario Cristobal president if he wins it all.
This is the brightest timeline for me if Miami wins it all.
We'll see. I think this is the year. I mean, they look good. They got Bo Jackson back there. I mean, how are you going to deny Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson.
Let's go.
How were we going to deny Bo Jackson?
Let's go. Give him the natty.
Speaking of Bo Jackson, because I'm thinking of the other Bo Jackson. Do you know the trivia question that's been going viral the last couple of days? Can you name the one NFL coach that has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson's career rushing yards?
One NFL coach right now?
Yes.
Active
NFL coach. You got 30
NFL coach?
seconds.
Oh my
to
god!
think.
Oh my god! Head coach.
Active head coach in the NFL.
It's the West Coast.
West Coast? You got the Rams, McVay, West Coast. West Coast. I'm trying to think.
He was a quarterback.
A quarterback?
Yeah. Has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
Not. I'm trying to think of quarterback. Not Shanahan.
No.
Yeah, I know he played quarterback. Nah, I don't know. This is killing me.
Played for the Colts.
Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh has more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
He had wheels, man. He
was a scrambler.
I didn't know that.
He was a scrambler, bro.
I didn't know that. I would have never guessed Harbaugh.
You know who didn't know that?
Never
In
guessed.
this viral video I saw, even his own brother John had no idea Jim had more rushing yards
That's pretty wild.
than Bo Jackson.
No wonder it's viral, I guess.
Joe, appreciate it for the hour of your time.
Go Canes.
Go Canes. Indiana or Oregon?
Indiana. Let's go Indiana.
All
of
right,
course. Indiana.
Appreciate it, Joe. We got
Gracias.
hour number 2 next on 1430 ESPN.
So winter's officially here, and the last thing you want is your house cold and your furnace sounding like it's auditioning for a beatboxing competition. That's why Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating is running their $99 furnace tune-up special. It's the perfect time, because nobody wants to see their breath inside the house. And let's be honest, layering 3 jackets indoors isn't festive, it's desperate. So get ahead of the cold. Schedule your $99 furnace tune-up today at leesair.com. That's leesair.com. Happy holidays from your locally owned and operated Lee's Air and Heating. CLN 635-355.
Pizza, wings, beer, and football. If that sounds good to you, then maybe you should be at Me and Ed's Victory Grill, the legendary pizza that you know and love, served in a family fun dining area. Plus, enjoy the neighborhood-style bar with TVs and friendly service. There's nothing like watching your team head towards victory. So come for the football, stay for the pizza at Me and Ed's Victory Grill in Granite Park. Visit meandedsvictorygrill.com. Pizza, wings, beer, and football. Me and Ed's Victory Grill.
So intense, so quick, so unmerciful. Those are just a few of the comments from farmers describing the devastating effects of their crop damage due to hail. If you're a farmer, you probably already know what it's like to watch helplessly as your cash crop is pummeled by hail. It's one of nature's most damaging weather conditions. What can you do about it? You can call Bowman & Associates, your local crop insurance specialist. They've been writing crop insurance for almost 40 years. Call Roger Kent or Quinn Bowman today and ask about crop hail insurance for stone fruit and grapes. They can design a private hail coverage that is specifically designed to meet your financial needs. Coverage can be purchased anytime and will go into effect within 72 hours. Easy to buy with no hassles. Don't gamble on your financial investment. Call the Ag Experts today. Bowman & Associates. Remember, for a green thumb investment that equalizes Mother Nature, call Bowman & Associates. 499-2020. That's 499-2020.
Bowman & Associates, the crop insurance specialist.
License number OF64178.
Welcome to Banyan Tree, Fresno's favorite dispensary. Voted 2025's Best of Central California's People's Choice Award. Need some healing and relaxation? From flower to edibles, concentrate to vapes, we've got top shelf products at down-to-earth prices. Whether you're a seasoned smoker or just kinda curious, our knowledgeable staff will help you find your perfect match. So climb the Banyan Tree and see how high you can get today. Order ahead at banyantreefresno.com for quick and easy pickup. Banyan Tree, rooted in quality, grown in Fresno.
At Helena Agri-Enterprises, we're committed to helping you make the best agronomic decisions for your farm. That's why we combine cutting-edge technology with superior product. Helena's agri-intelligence solutions use in-depth analysis to identify potential problems in the field before they take root. Combined with a complete line of high-quality crop production and crop protection inputs, Helena has the tools to help you increase productivity, enhance performance, and maximize your return on investment. Contact your local Helena representative or authorized dealer to create the right plan for your farm with Helena products and agri-intelligence solutions.
Ever wonder where those large box stores get their green and orange racks? How about equipment or auto parts store shelving? Well, you guessed it. Fresno Rack made it right here in California. Since 1987, Fresno Rack and Shelving has been helping school districts, businesses, cities, and counties, basically any market anywhere, increase their warehouse storage with industrial racking and parts shelving that last a lifetime. Call, visit, or click FresnoRack.com today.
We all know the soothing scent of Vicks Vapo Rub, the comforting scent families everywhere have come to trust. Whether you had a pesky cough and couldn't go to sleep, or you just needed a loving touch of care to help you feel better, Vicks Vapo Rub has always been there. It always made you feel better, and today, it still does. Reach for Vicks Vapo Rub and wrap yourself with the calm and soothing relief only Vicks Vapo Rub can bring. Vicks Vapo Rub, trusted soothing vapors, always there for you.
You're listening to the home of the San Francisco Giants, KFIG Fresno, 1430 ESPN.
I'm Christine Lisi. If star point guard Trae Young gets his wish, he won't have to travel too far to get to his next destination. As he and the Hawks continue to discuss a possible trade, Young's let it be known that Washington is his preferred landing spot. ESPN NBA analyst Chiney Ogwumike.
And this is a perfect reset place because he's 27 years old. He's still young enough to be able to have an impact. And let me just tell you, the only way is up. Wait, for the Wizards.
Yeah, for Washington.
And also, you think about it, like his skill set to make other people better, he will have the ball in his hands. He will be able to score. Like, this is a perfect opportunity for him to maybe try to do something a little bit better and take his experience in Atlanta.
Janae on NBA Today. Young's got $95 million remaining on his contract, including a $49 million player option this offseason. Todd Bowles is returning as head coach of the Buccaneers for the 2026 NFL season. The Saints committed to Tyler Shuck as their starting quarterback. Washington's brought in Missouri transfer quarterback Bo Pagula for an official visit. He's evaluating several options in preparation for QB Desmond Williams Jr.'s potential departure. Williams said last night he's entering the transfer portal despite signing a $4 million deal last week to return to the Huskies. Baseball, the Cubs improved their rotation, acquired pitcher Edward Cabrera from the Marlins in exchange for 3 prospects. The 28-year-old Cabrera, coming off the best season of his career, remains under contractual control for 3 more seasons. Utah will host Colorado in the 2027 Winter Classic at the University of Utah Stadium. It'll be the NHL's 47th regular season outdoor game.
Coming up on the Thursday edition of Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and me, Michelle Smallman. I'll tell you which player is facing the most pressure heading into the playoffs, and my answer just might surprise you. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once come on there and talk about how right I am once again in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks. But super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right, Behind the Bench, hour number 2 here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader here on this Wednesday. Hour 2 of 3 before we send it off to Laker basketball tonight from San Antonio. Lakers and Spurs, pregame at 6:15, tip-off at 6:30. Believe I have those times right. No more Joe today. Joe's taking off, so appreciate Joe for being here for the first hour and had a lot of fun there. Shenanigans, as we like to say on the show. Shenanigans. Jorge's still here. Jorge and I for the rest of the show. Paul Leffler will join us in about 15 minutes to catch up. We haven't had him on in about a month, so talking some Fresno State basketball, which got a victory last night. Jorge, I was saying on the air, I know Tony was reluctant to call it a must-win, but, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you don't win this game. I was ready to throw out the whole program.
Yeah, I was watching it.
Yeah?
While I was on
While we were doing the high
I
school?
was doing high school.
Yeah.
They look good. They
Yeah.
look, way better than San Jose did.
Does it pass? I wrote this question on the sheet here. Does it pass the smell test? Did it pass the smell test for you?
Yes, because there was a point where San Jose started getting close, and they had at the one point like a 20-point lead.
Yeah,
and they closed it down to like less than 10, and I felt like, okay, you gotta step it up here, or else you're gonna lose this game, or you're gonna come back on you.
You're talking about 10 minutes left in the second. They were down
Around there, yes.
Yeah, they went on like a 12-0 run. I think they went on.
And then all of a sudden, like Fresno State is like, okay, we got this lead. Let's not, they started scoring threes, because there was a point there where San Jose scored like 3 threes in a row or something like that.
Yeah,
that's why it got so close. But they maintained the lead, and at the end of the game, I think that they were the better team.
Out-rebounded San Jose State 39-21. So I would say that is a stat that Vance Wahlberg certainly would love. The free throw line, 10 for 14. You like that. 6 for 18 from 3. You want a little bit better of a clip there. Jake Heidbreder really didn't have a big game at all with him being the leading scorer, and so the Bulldogs were able to get 70 with him only getting 6. 0 for 6 from 3. So when your best player, or at least your top scorer, doesn't have the kind of game that you expect out of them, and you still win by 15, that is a good sign. I still get a little worried just about the lack of bench production we're seeing now. Although David Douglas Jr. had a decent game off the bench, 13 minutes played, almost 14 minutes played. He had 13 points off the bench from that. Outside of that, though, outside of Makan Diop, two-pointer, no other production from the bench, just 15 points from that. Mateo Porto barely getting any action in terms of it. Bastian Ribe, insignificant action. DJ Stickman barely in the game as well. So the Bulldogs are reliant a lot. Look, Jake Highbretter played 40 minutes last night. He played all 40 minutes last night. And I continue to worry about the sustainability of this for the Bulldogs moving forward. I think that is the greatest concern for Bulldog fans out there, I would imagine, about this team is while a win is very nice and a win is a double-digit win over San Jose State is maybe what you want in terms of the production and the progression of this team, you get a little worried that what we're facing next after this could cause for some concern and what kind of production you'll get out of it. Jorge, are you worried with the amount of times we're leaning on the starters here that we will eventually burn out this season? I mean, we got San Diego State on Saturday. I'm worried about our productivity in that one.
Is that a home game?
Nope.
It's an away game.
It's at is that Viejas?
Okay.
Is that the name of San Diego's court?
I don't know. Might be.
Viejas. Yeah, it's San Diego's. Yeah. World famous Viejas.
I feel like that is a concern. That is a concern. But at the same time, I think that they've been managing well overall. I don't know if at the end of the day that's going to be a problem. I hope not, but it's definitely concerning.
Who do you like on the team the most?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I have a preference for one, because I don't feel like
it's a sum of their parts.
Yeah, because eventually the entire team just plays well together, and there's not one outstanding guy that just there all the time.
Yeah. I wonder, and I'm going to lean on this with Paul a little bit. We're trying to get Makan back into this rotation, who was a guy they were expecting to be a starter, and he played himself out of that rotation to the point where he wasn't even really playing at all for quite some time. And I'm wondering if that is something that Vance is trying to plug into with Makan and say, hey, maybe he's showing stuff in practices that is allowing him to get a little bit of a better opportunity now. It is far from where we were expecting him to be, but I think he is a key player that we know what the talent is in terms of it. It's just a matter of unlocking it at this point, because it is all about depth in college football, college basketball at this point, and what you can kind of produce from the sum of your parts. God, I wish I had a better look at this calendar here real quick, this schedule. So what do they got next? I'm trying to see what they have in their next little stretch here in terms of it. San Diego State is next. Then they got home against Colorado State. They got Wyoming the following Saturday at home. Then they're at New Mexico. God help us. New Mexico. And then home Grand Canyon. So that's your next 5. 3 at home in the next 5 for the Bulldogs. And then not a given there, January 31st at Air Force Academy. Always tough to play at altitude. We can celebrate the fact that this team did break past the win mark from last year. Now, is that worthy of celebrating? I don't believe so. Right, Jorge? 7 wins, better than 6 from a year ago. What was the mark? What was the mark for you? Because I had like 12 or 13 in my head for this season.
I think I had like 10.
Yeah,
but I was given a lot of leeway. I feel like they're in the right track. I think that, winning a couple more games would be great for them. Maybe 3-4 games, that would be awesome. I don't know. The competition is fierce, especially here on the Mountain West. There's no easy game. I think the easiest game was this one that just happened. I think the Air Force probably another easy game, but Grand Canyon, New Mexico, Wyoming, they're all tough. I mean, even Colorado State, we saw what they did. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough road, definitely.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the take is in terms of, what's the value for fans if you consistently lose in a close fashion, which is 3 of the last 4 I would qualify as a close loss for the Bulldogs when we're talking the CSU Northridge game and you're talking the Utah State game at home and you're talking the Nevada game at home. Where's the value there for that in terms of comparing it to other sides, comparing it to the improvement necessary for when you get into a Pac-12 that is going to be a monster in college basketball next year. Top 4, top 5 conference in the nation, that Pac-12, in terms of concentration and the type of talent it can draw. So fascinated to see where that all turns in terms of that. But hey, Bulldogs answered the challenge. They didn't lose this one. Thank God. Didn't lose this one. We'll see what they got against San Diego State in a few days. Looks like you had something more here.
I just feel like it's been a rough road, especially in the off season here for the Bulldogs. It feels like a brand new team from last year. Essentially, it's a brand new team.
Essentially, outside of the point guard Zay Collins.
Yeah, and so it's starting all over again.
Yeah.
I don't think it as a continuation of last year. I think of it as a new team, and I think now is the time to prove for Coach Walbert to prove himself and show us.
He's got to steal some games now. Like, I think that's what it has to happen right now. Like, I'm not trying to put the target on him. It's an unfair position for him to have in terms of that, but the patience is always thin with this basketball program, and I know. From what I'm hearing from people I talk to, the improvement is incremental, but I don't know if it's enough right now. I would say there needs to be a win streak here in order for kind of things to progress in a direction where we could see people sustaining some commonality the next couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
I'm not trying to fire the guy. I'm not trying to say that either.
I think what it is like you have to win those, toss-up games.
Yeah. Those close ones.
That UNLV game. That Nevada game.
The Nevada game, brutal.
Yeah.
Just a brutal. I watched the end of that. I was in the Niner press box, and I had it on my computer.
And I think they were up, right? Up at the end.
They were up, and they just gave up an easy shot at the end, and then their midcourt offensive set was just Zayon Collins kind of running ISO, and they didn't have much. Then they didn't call the timeout, and it kind of looked discombobulated and didn't look like they knew what they were kind of doing, and then it was too late for anything. So
they still get a chance to go back to UNLV or I think UNLV comes here.
UNLV comes here.
And then Air Force two more games against Air Force. Teams that are easily a lot easier than.
I think Grand Canyon's a little bit down this year in terms of that. Right. San Jose State.
That's a team that you can steal. UNLV.
You can steal. Here's the home games left. You can steal one against Colorado State. I think you can steal one against Wyoming. They were so close to beating Wyoming last year too. New Mexico, I feel like you can steal. Boise State, I would never trust, even though they lost to Hawaii Pacific this year.
Yeah, they're still I think up on the record. So
I think every game's close. Like, it just feels like I don't think there's a big blowout. The only game I worry about is always the New Mexico game in New Mexico. It's just so hard to play there. It's so incredibly hard to play there. All right, Jorge, let's take a break. We're going to get Paul Loeffler on the line here and talk with him on some Fresno State topics. So let's take a break. Let's get him on the line. Stay with us behind the bench on 1430 Rolls Along here on the Central Valley Sports Leader.
Life gets messy, but your space doesn't have to. We are Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services, where we clean because your time is important. From offices to schools to medical facilities, Rise and Shine handles it all with our trained staff and high-performance standards. Big jobs or small, Rise and Shine will never lock you into a contract. So let us take the stress off your plate. Contact Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services. Call 559-649-5391 or visit riseshine559.com.
Introducing The Sidebar, a brand new open-air beer garden at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill in River Park. Experience a new way to catch a game, hang with friends, and enjoy new appetizers, char-grilled burgers, salads, wings with over 10 house-made sauces, and of course, world-famous Me and Ed's Pizza. Thirsty? Try our self-poured taps with over a dozen craft beers, wines, ciders, and craft seltzers. Plus a full bar with an impressive selection of tequilas, whiskeys, and craft cocktails. The Sidebar at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill, now open in River Park.
We started like you, a small team with a big dream to serve the Valley. 20 years later, FFB Bank is still proudly backing businesses across California and beyond. We've learned a lot about what it takes to grow, and now we're using that experience to make things easier for you. With our Switch and Save offer, we'll cover up to 90 days of payment processing, provide no-cost equipment, and offer competitive rates so your business can keep more of what it earns. And behind it all is a local team that truly understands your goals and is ready to help you reach them. Make the switch, save with FFB. Visit ffb.bank to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Bulldog basketball is back and heating up the Save Mart Center. Don't miss any of the exciting action as both the men's and women's basketball teams take on the Mountain West this season. Make sure to bring the whole family to root for your hometown Bulldogs as they compete for that Mountain West championship Fresno would love to bring home. Tickets start as low as $5 for select games. Grab them at GoBulldogs.com today, and we'll see you at the biggest party in the Valley.
Wrigley locations, Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer, is ready for you this season. Visit Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer, today. Online at pioneerequipmentca.com.
I'm here at the Roger Dunn Open. Former Fresno State football coach Pat Hill is at the first tee.
Hey, it's a fairway hit.
Yeah, but that's the wrong fairway, Coach.
I need to buy a golf game.
Coach, I really think you need a Roger Dunn makeover.
When you buy a game at Roger Dunn, you can play anybody, anytime, anywhere. This is the old coach, Pat Hill. I bought this 7-iron at Roger Dunn Golf. Number 8 at Tehama, 162 yards out. Eagle, baby!
At Chichancy Gold Resort and Casino, we're serving up a deal you don't want to miss. Introducing Deal and Dine, where your game earns you a feast. Buy in for just $200 at any table game. Play for 1 hour and enjoy a free buffet meal at the California Market Buffet. Valid Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 12 a.m. to 10 p.m. Play big, eat big, win big. Deal and Dine, only at the Chichancy Gold Resort and Casino.
ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, here in this second hour, and we're pleased to be joined by a great guest here on the Lee's Air Hotline, Paul Leffler, joining us from the road now. And Paul, good to have you, a man that's traveling many miles the last couple of days, but glad to get some time here with you this afternoon. How are we doing?
Hey, doing great. Yeah, I got to take our oldest daughter Avery back for a final semester as an undergrad at USC. So really proud of her. And it's a lot of racing fans in your audience. If they've never heard of Formula SAE, they ought to check that out. She's one of the leaders of USC Racing. They build their own race car. They go to Michigan International Speedway in May and compete against 120 other schools from around the world. And it's pretty awesome stuff. So who knows? Maybe we'll see her working for a Formula One or IndyCar team one of these days.
That whole world, that whole world's fascinating. Fascinating world there for sure. Yeah. Hey, have you ever you've been to many races like that? Is it blow your mind? What gets involved with that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean the precision and the specificity is unreal. The tiniest little thing could make the difference in millions of dollars, and for these college kids, a lot of people don't even know that that's available at different universities. I'd love to see Fresno State, start a team. They have a rocket club in Fresno State that's doing incredible things. It got to launch a rocket from the Space Force Station at Huntsville this last year. I could see Bulldog racing becoming a pretty big thing, especially with how big racing is in the Valley. There's so many great sprint car drivers and teams and racetracks, long history of racing in the Valley. So, it was never the sport that I gravitated toward the most. I had a chance to cover some of it, but it's fun to see both of our daughters get into some of that.
Wow, that's great, and I wish them luck in their final semester there. But, of course, I'm talking about having you on, talking about the basketball team here first, and we can go there. And, of course, you were there last night at San Jose, right? 70-55 win. They bust the losing streak out and get their first Mountain West win of the year. And part of the allure of this team is, of course, how closely they play these games, and then, of course, the idea that they have the capability of having a game like this. First of all, getting the monkey off the back and winning a first Mountain West game, that was important last night for sure. But what do you make of their performance?
Well, they came out and shot it well and shared the ball well. I mean, they hit their first 6 shots. They played really good defense. So they set a great tone out of the gate. And, that's important. A couple games in a row they've done that. And that's why they had a chance to beat Nevada. And I think, they're telling themselves they should have beaten Nevada. The Nevada win would have been a little more significant. I have to be honest. The way San Jose State played last night may have been the worst performance I've ever seen from a Mountain West team. I mean, they were completely discombobulated. Once their best player went out, it was even worse. It was like 5 guys doing 5 different things on the floor. It wasn't what I'd expect from a Tim Miles coach club. So I don't know what else was going on for the Spartans. But that doesn't take away from how the Bulldogs executed. They did what they needed to do. And when the Spartans made many runs, the Bulldogs pushed that back. And, you see the potential this team has when they're getting contributions from a wide array of guys. And maybe the most significant thing about last night's win, which was a big deal, right? His first road win for Coach Wahlberg in conference play since he's been the head coach. That's a big deal. They've been close on some others, had some heartbreakers. So it was good to cross that threshold. But they won last night without Jake Heifrieder having a big game offensively. Jake was great defensively, had 3 steals, played all 40 minutes, but his shot was off. He was 0 for 6 from 3 and 2 from 11 from the floor, and it didn't matter because DJ Douglas came off the bench in the second half and did everything. Cam Fox started out on fire, made his first 4 shots. Deion Collins was distributing the whole night and looking for more of his shot. When he had a matchup against Washington, that was a little more in his favor from a height perspective, being able to shoot over him. A lot of little things, but I think the one constant to the Bulldogs' development and why they have a chance to win some of these games is Wilson Jack has been as consistent as they come and just one of the best big men in the league as a freshman. Last night he had 5 assists, might have had more if some of his passes were caught. The guy really sees the floor and knows what to do with the basketball, and it's really fun to watch his development.
Yeah, you hit on a lot of different things that we can touch on first, and I think the most interesting storyline for me is, I think you pointed out, with the lack of, a big shooting night for Jake Heifrieder, and that this team's reliance on him as a scorer sometimes can cause some issues, but with him not having the production he did, like you said, 2 for 11 from the floor, 0 for 6, it is good to get a win like this going away against, considering the opponent. But with the hope that the production from other places in this game can translate to a more complete performance against like a team like San Diego State on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be a good barometer, too, because no one will expect the Bulldogs to win there. That's one of the toughest places to win in college basketball. I mean, if you look over the last 25 years, San Diego State's been as difficult to beat on its home floor as anybody. Always a great crowd, phenomenal student section, extremely hostile environment. So, that's a bigger test than what they saw last night. Last night was a stepping stone. It was big. I think this 2-game homestand next week will be maybe the most pivotal week of the season. Because, could they have won all 4 of their conference games? Yeah, they were legitimately in all 4 of those games. The Nevada game, certainly winnable. UNLV, they give up a late lead. Utah State, they were within striking distance, but never had that game in their grasp. So I don't think you count that as a should have won, just they could have won. But now when you have Colorado State and Wyoming coming to Fresno, those are beatable teams. If you play your game plan, if you execute what you're supposed to do, if you take advantage of the right matchups at the right time, you should have a chance to win those games. So to me, San Diego State, if you play well there and get a win, that would be a huge cherry on top. No one expects you to. But those 2 games at home next week could really define the season. You pick up some momentum, maybe you have a chance to come close to going 500 this year. If you don't, you're looking at a year that feels kind of like last year, and where does that leave you? So it's good to see some of the potential of this team, and especially, last night they played shorthanded. The 2 guys were under the weather and unavailable. A couple other guys who've been playing a little bit didn't play much. So I know they're still feeling out their rotation, but they're improving. They're getting better as a team. And the one thing I know you're going to hear Coach Wahlberg harp on, they still need to cut down on turnovers. They had 16 more of those last night. Just can't afford to be sloppy, especially in this league, and especially Saturday night at San Diego State, which year in, year out is one of the best defensive teams in the country.
You hit on the rotation a little bit, and maybe it is a product of just kind of guys working through some illness and injury stuff, but the last couple games I've seen really reliant on the starters in terms of the minutes. Is this Vance just kind of weathering through that, or I get a little worried about the mileage of the starting lineup if they're playing 33, 35, 40 minutes a night?
Yeah, that takes its toll, right? So ideally, you don't want to be in that position, but it's a matter of trust. And, I still believe, I'm not the head coach and I'm not telling them what to do. I still believe for this team to reach its best potential this year, its most athletic players need more experience. And those are freshmen. Deshaun Gorey showed it last night. Double-double, 16 points, 13 rebounds. The more he plays, the more his confidence builds. The more you run stuff for him and through him, the better offensive weapon he can be. And this team doesn't have a guy who wants the ball in his hands or is going to have the ball in his hands at the end of the game who can take over. I think Deshaun has the potential to be that guy. So the more you feed him and develop him, to me, the more upside this team has. And the other guy I just have to put in that category because of his athleticism is DJ Stickman. Now, last night was a tough night. DJ's mother and sisters were there to watch him, and he played 5 seconds. And I don't know if there's more to that story. I didn't ask the coach about it afterwards. But if that doesn't motivate him, I don't know what would. And he's a young man whose athleticism is off the charts. And I think he's the only guy, really, who athletically can defend some of the point guards in this league and stay in front of them and be strong enough to fend them off and contest their shots. And you saw all the turnovers he created early this year, getting out in passing lanes. So the potential that he has simply from an athletic perspective, I think goes beyond on the defensive end what anyone else can bring. So for me, the more those 2 guys get minutes, and they have to earn that in practice, but the more they earn the trust of the coaching staff and get those game reps, the more potent and dangerous this team could be in March.
Yeah, it's interesting the push and pull on it, right? Because like you mentioned, Stickman, fantastic on the defensive side and what he can do. But then, for Coach, I think he's looking at both sides, right? Like, can DJ be a guy that can draw defenders somewhere? Can he be somewhat of at least somewhat productive offensive side on that side of thing? We were remarking on him at the beginning of the year, but ever since really Selland, it's been a little quieter since that game when he got a stinger in that game. So I think I would believe if you're going to see an uptick in what Fresno State production is, it's him and those guys like you mentioned. But do you feel that kind of what Vance is feeling out? It's what you provide on both sides of the court.
Yeah, that's he's got a deep team, but it's different pieces. So he's got a team that's his best defensive team, but that's not his best offensive team. And his best offensive team might struggle defensively. His best defensive team might struggle offensively. So those are the catch-22s that you end up in. I think one luxury he has is that Wilson Jack has proven he can stay on the floor. He can stay out of foul trouble. He can play 30 minutes and be effective defensively and offensively. He's just getting better and better and better. So now the question is, who else can he put in that category? It's been a good week for Cam Fox. Had a couple games in a row where he hit shots. The second half DJ Douglas had last night, man, if he can replicate that a few times, all of a sudden things change. And when you have multiple guys on the floor who all are a threat to shoot it from the perimeter, the spacing it creates is a difference maker. We'll see. There are ebbs and flows to seasons. There are injuries. There are illnesses. All those guys, whether guys are playing as much right now as they were before, there's going to come a time where they have an opportunity. You saw Bastion Reaver keep them in the game against Utah State. So it's been different guys on different nights. There are going to be matchups that favor some players more than others. But I think, they are getting a better feel for who this team is. And as I said before, this is a stretch coming up that could really define the season. If they play closer than people expect Saturday in San Diego State, that's a confidence boost. And then, if you can find a way to win both of those home games, all of a sudden you have a chance to change where you stand in these conference rankings.
Yeah, and I'm curious how much inventory you're taking inventory all the time. I'm sure of what these teams look like against each other, and now that you're getting eyeballs on some of the teams in the Mountain West, like how close is the Mountain West amongst each other, right? Like how tight is the group? How tight the tournament could be this year in Vegas? It feels a little tighter than most years. Are you kind of getting the sense that from the few games you've seen?
I think on the whole, the conference is down a little bit from last year in terms of just overall talent, and there's a reason for that. I mean, last year's leader of the best team got plucked by UCLA and paid over $3 million. So those things happen, right? That's been going on for a couple of years. I think there are more losses this year in terms of returning players. And when you looked at the preseason rosters, there were some teams that had 0 returners. So it is a different era of college basketball, and it's been diluted a little bit from a talent standpoint. But team basketball goes beyond talent. And, veteran coaches make good adjustments. And Coach Wahlberg knows how that works. He's made plenty of adjustments in his career. But, when you're going up against, Steve Alford, for instance, this last week, he made a change in the second half and said, you know what, let's see if we can get Tyler Rollinson going downhill, getting to the bucket. Maybe we'll get some free throws. That changed the game. And Fresno State never had an answer for it. That's why Nevada won, right? I mean, the big men canceled each other out. Rollinson was the X factor. Mm-hmm. You see Brian Dutcher do that time and time again for San Diego State. Nico Medved moved on from Colorado State, but Ali Farouk-Manesh kind of shares the same grade. Colorado State's won some games like that. That's why their record is what it is. Utah State, same thing. They've got a deep enough team. When they feel a matchup, they can make changes. And I think that's going to be one of the things to watch for now that Coach Wahlberg and his staff, John Welch is one of the greatest teachers and developers of basketball talent, of fine-tuning these guys' abilities. Tyler Johnson played in the NBA, knows what it takes, has a feel for the game that very few people have, and he's really good at relaying that to the players and helping pick up on those things on the fly. So now that whole brain trust, right? Talk about Coach House, Coach Ray, the whole staff, they're getting a better feel for who they have and how they match up. So that's what I would watch more in some of these games. It's which team finds a matchup advantage and fully exploits it that could end up making the difference. But I agree with you. That tournament in March could be really exciting because you don't have the head and shoulders above everybody a couple of teams that you thought you were going to have. I mean, Utah State's really good in that net rankings in the top 20. The thriller that San Diego State and Boise State played the other night at Viejas, I mean, absolutely epic. So you know those are good teams, but I don't think they're as far ahead of the pack as they used to be.
The ceiling is lower, the floor is higher, and it's getting tighter in the Mountain West for sure on the hoop side. Paul, I want to just shift topics just real quick because I wanted to get you. It's been a week and a half removed from the game in Tucson. If we go to football real quick, I wanted to get your parting thoughts now that we had the whole picture of the football season this year. How would you characterize the Bulldogs this year after a bowl win in Arizona in the Snoop Dogg Bowl?
It's a very successful season. Finished strong. I mean, what they did against San Jose State, the regular season finale, and what they did in the bowl game, that's who they want to be, right? Win at the line of scrimmage, be a physical team. They accomplished that. Now, do some of those players feel some unfinished business? Absolutely. That was a championship defense, and it was a year where the Mountain West was there for the taking. And had they won the Mountain West championship with 2 losses, I think they would have been in the college football playoff, which is kind of insane to think about. Because we've seen Bulldog teams that were more talented and more dominant, they couldn't sniff, a playoff bid. But the way the cookie crumbled this year, there was an opening there. And, they weren't too far away from doing it. So that's part of the reality, but that's not the defining reality. I think that's one of those things you say, hey, this is how close we are. We were a few plays against Utah State and, waking up on the right side of the bed in Fort Collins away from hosting a Mountain West championship game and maybe go to the playoff. So on that sense, you're not that far off. On the other side of the coin, you're looking at a new conference in the Pac-12 where some of these other teams that you're recruiting against are ready to spend $6, $7, $8 million in revenue sharing and NIL for their rosters. And Fresno State's not quite to half of that, to my understanding right now. So, some people would say you have to be able to generate that money to compete. I think the Bulldogs have a history of saying, yeah, money matters and we have to have some basic resources, but we're going to overcome a resource deficit with other factors. And that's how Jim Sweeney did it. That's how Pat Hill did it. That's how Jeff Tedford did it. And that may be how Matt Entz has to do it. But, a big piece of the puzzle is going to be answered in the spring when the Bulldogs figure out who their quarterback is. And I think that's going to be a real fun competition to follow. And I would expect that before too long, we're going to hear about, another quarterback joining the mix from the transfer portal. And then you can have, a bunch of shows to hash that out between whoever that transfer is and Jaden Vandal coming back and Deegan Rose coming in early, graduating early so he can compete for that job.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this roster formulates. And, of course, we got a few more days before that. I don't know if you saw, maybe I'm breaking news to you. Simeon Harris just tweeted that he's back. So that's good news for that defense. So
I got to tell you, Phil, Simeon Harris is going to be a team captain, and he's going to be one of the best leaders we've seen at Fresno State. He emerged as a real leader this year. His play in the back half of the season was as good as anybody in the country. He's a tremendous young man who you don't have to tell to lead. He just does. And he leads on and off the field. So to me, I'm not surprised he's coming back. I fully expected it. But of all the guys that you wanted back for next year, I think he would be right at the top of the list. And to have Josiah Freeman get an extra year, the way he played the last 3 or 4 games, that's monumental. And let's see what else this staff can do. Because I think the other thing, I kind of got sidetracked on that evaluation of the season. The other piece of that is this staff in year 1, the guys they brought in for this season from the transfer portal, they pretty much batted 1,000. I mean, there weren't any swing and misses. There were guys who contributed from day one, who got better as the season went on, and who became the leaders of the team. Tim Claypool, Jaden Pearson, Simeon Harris, right? Kavion Thunderbird till he got hurt. The list goes on and on. But they did a superb job of identifying not just athleticism, but character and the kind of guys they want to lead this program. So if they did that in year 1, now with a little momentum, you would expect you're going to see similar results in year 2, and that's pretty exciting to think about.
Guys with mileage, if you want to look at, what is successful in college football, what we're paying attention to, if you think about the number 1 team right now in college football, Indiana, those are guys who are 4 or 5 year guys who have had the seasoned ability to be on the football field for quite some time, not those flashy younger sophomores and junior kind of guys. And it's physicality, it's a little more maturity, and I wonder if that's the success of what college football teams will lean on through the transfer portal. And I'd like to see that. I think this roster can produce those kind of guys. I know Coach Entz said he's a little worried about how young this roster could be next year, and so that's why I think the next 5 days are key for this transfer portal. I wonder if you're kind of feeling the same way.
It's definitely important, right? And you also have to shore up the offensive and defensive lines because you're losing some good guys there. And, I think that's long term. That's where Matt Entz wants to win. It's at the line of scrimmage. And I think, again, that's what was encouraging about the last couple of games in both directions. I mean, the O-line and D-line both really finished strong this season. And that's a good sign moving forward. And, there's plenty of talent coming back. Excited to see who gets added to the transfer portal. And then in the spring, because, you also have that cycle. And the longer you have that culture, now guys, instead of still getting to know the culture and still learn it, practice it, they're just breathing it, right? It's a little more effortless. They don't have to think about it. And I think year 2 should have a chance to show a lot of progress. Going to be a challenging schedule for sure, open it up in the Coliseum. Mm-hmm. But those are the games Bulldog fans get up for. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see, a quarterback winning the job and making that debut as a starter down at the historic Coliseum, believing they can go in and win a game. I can't wait for September 5th.
I love the schedule next year. I just can't wait to see what it all shapes up to for sure. And it's going to be some fascinating opponents for sure. And I think I am anticipating this spring more than others in terms of what the competition will look like between the positions. But I'm sure you're feeling the same way, Bob. Paul, I appreciate you taking some time. I know you're a busy man traveling around. I know you got another drive or a flight down to San Diego, however you get there, plane, train, automobile, down to San Diego on Saturday. But I appreciate you joining the show and talking some Bulldogs.
Anytime, Phil. And just a couple real quick things since we're talking Bulldogs. Baseball's coming up. We got the double play dinner in just a few weeks on the 23rd, the alumni game on the 24th. If you don't have your season tickets yet, they're going to play their first 8 games at home against Utah and Pepperdine. They're going to Arizona and Stanford. It's a great schedule, trying to close out their Mountain West era with 3 straight conference tournament titles. So if people haven't really dialed into Diamond Dogs yet, it's time to start revving up those engines. And I know a lot of your listeners are longtime Bulldog fans, and they remember the late, great Bob Fraley. So if they haven't heard yet, his memorial service is coming up on Friday. So you can find all that information online. But you talk about a visionary who changed our community and changed the Valley. That's another absolute Bulldog legend in Bob Fraley, whose life we'll get to celebrate on Friday. So hope some of your listeners will be there.
Absolutely. Well said there, Paul. Appreciate it as always. So, hey, safe travels, and we'll see you soon, my friend.
Adios, Phil.
All right. Paul Leffler here on the Lee's Air Hotline on 1430 ESPN. We'll take a break. We'll wrap up hour 2 next on 1430 ESPN.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Hey, it's Phil Bonatti from Behind the Bench. As the weather cools down and the action heats up in the sports world, that also means that sometimes we're more slips, hits, and injuries. Just like in sports, when life knocks you down, you need a strong team behind you. That's Davis and Van Wagenen, attorneys at law, right here in Fresno. They've helped Valley families recover and win the compensation they deserve. And you don't pay unless they win. Visit DavisVanWagenenLaw.com. Davis and Van Wagenen, your hometown injury attorneys.
At Citizens Business Bank, we've been taking a personal approach to banking for over 40 years and are consistently recognized as one of the top performing banks in the nation. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. We believe in the importance of building long-lasting and genuine relationships with our customers. We want to provide you with the solutions you need to grow your business because your success is our success. Citizens Business Bank, member FDIC.
Tune in every weekday to the Sportsline Bulldog Hour with Tony D, brought to you by Precision Civil Engineering. Be sure to listen at 2 p.m. to hear everything you need to know about Fresno State athletics. Don't miss out on the insight and conversations you need to stay up on the Bulldogs with insiders like Paul Leffler, Jackson Moore, and Ralph Wood. If it's 2 p.m., it's the Bulldog Hour with Tony D, each weekday on 1430 ESPN Fresno.
Associates, your crop insurance specialists. You can't rely on the weather, but you can sure rely on us. We can help you get the protection you need. Bowman and Associates, your crop insurance specialists.
Contact Kent A. Bowman, California license number 0B51250. Call 559-499-2020.
I used to be lousy at keeping my New Year's resolutions, but when I heard that the financial advisors at Thiessen Duker Modern Wealth Management work as a team and use advanced AI planning technology to create financial plans, I made a New Year's resolution to call Thiessen Duker, and I actually did it. Now I'm feeling great about my financial future. Make this your year. Visit ThiessenDuker.com and give them a call.
The advisors of Thiessen Duker Modern Wealth Management are registered representatives with and securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Quick, where can you find a great selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Serta, and Mattress First bedding? Easy. The same place you'll find adjustable beds, sheets, pillows, mattress protectors, and more. Sleep Retreat, inside fashion furniture. It's the same place you'll find 150 recliners, custom upholstery, leather sectionals, dining furniture, and even office furniture, not including thousands of decorating ideas that you're really gonna love. Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Hey Bulldog fans, Marcus McMarron here. You know, on the field, it's all about trust, performance, and results. That's why you got to go to Ed Dina's Auto Center. They treat you like family with unbeatable prices and a winning lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Don't just sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with a ride you can count on. Visit Ed Dina's Auto Center today, where the deals are always a touchdown.
Thank you to Paul Leffler for joining us in the last segment. You can catch Paul all the time on the Bulldog broadcast where you find him there. All right, what's coming up on the schedule? I don't want to give you the schedule here real quick because I haven't given the schedule out just quite yet for the week, and it's a good time to do so. Hey, Sharks got a nice win last night over Columbus. Good on them. They're still rolling, Jorge. Now they have officially surpassed their win total from a year ago with a win last night.
Nice.
You got into a game yet?
It was a close game. No, not yet.
Got to get to a game, Jorge.
Yeah, I'll probably plan it in the next few months.
Yeah, Sharks are rolling. They're in L.A. tonight, so they play the Kings tonight in L.A. at. I don't think they call it crypto anymore. I was looking, but I had a really weird experience. I don't think they call it crypto anymore because I was randomly looking up like Olympic venues, just wanting to know what sport is where, and so they're using that arena for gymnastics in 2028 LA Olympics, right? But they call it DTLA Arena. So they call it.
Well, because of the sponsors of the Olympics, they don't want their venues to have like their
I thought that was a FIFA thing.
Sponsor name. It's the same. They act kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Who's
more corrupt, Olympics or FIFA? I'm kidding.
But it's officially still called crypto right now.
Okay, all right. So that's not SoFi Stadium; it's just Inglewood Stadium or something like that.
LA Stadium.
LA Inglewood Stadium. Interesting. You get to go see swimming at Inglewood?
No.
No.
Well, you know what? It is interesting.
Do you know where the soccer's going to be? for Olympic soccer?
Yes, but they're gonna have them all over like the states. I know it's gonna be in LA, but
I think the prominent ones are in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
they said they're playing in the Rose Bowl. So, all right. I digress. Anyways, Lakers. Speaking of a team that plays at Crypto, they play after us at 6:15 pregame, 6:30 tip off there. Thursday, Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D 2 to 3. We'll have my show from 3 to 4 from Fashion Furniture. We're finally back. Been a while. We're back there, and unfortunately for the folks over there, only an hour. Because we got to sign off for the Fiesta Bowl between Ole Miss and Miami. That starts at 4. On Friday, we'll have the same schedule. Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D 2 to 3. We'll have my show from 3 to 4 for 1 hour. Then we'll have the Peach Bowl between Indiana and Oregon. We'll have the Laker game over on 790 on Friday as they host the Bucks there. Saturday, Paul Metter's back with another Central Valley Sports Report, 10 a.m. to noon. And just a perfect show to listen to before we get rolling with the playoff football. That's right. At 1 p.m., Rams-Panthers in Carolina gets us started there. And then at 5 p.m., it's Bears and Packers to follow from Chicago. We do have some FPU basketball that day. Jorge, a doubleheader starting at 2 p.m. as Fresno Pacific takes on Westmont College. Is that correct?
It would be the women's against First.
Yes.
And then the second game would be the men's game.
The men to follow. Sunday, we have a triple header of NFL action. Jags and Bills from Jacksonville. 9 a.m. pregame, 10 a.m. kickoff to follow. After that one, we'll have the Niners and the Eagles from Philadelphia. And then to follow that one, we'll have the Chargers and the Patriots from Foxborough.
It will be the Westwood one
broadcast versions of the broadcast.
Just because playoffs, Westwood one is
it's the rules. It's the rules. You know, they have the rights.
All the way to the Super Bowl.
All the way to the Super Bowl. 13 games still. Sharks in Vegas on Sunday as well. It's going to be a good game there, 5 p.m. Monday, we'll have Sports on Bulldog, Tony D 2 to 3. We'll have my show from 3 to 5 with one more NFL playoff game to follow. Steelers-Texans from Pittsburgh, 5 p.m. there. Lakers and Kings are going to be on 790. I don't know if it's in Los Angeles or Sacramento, but
which one is it?
Lakers and Kings.
It's in L.A.
In L.A. Okay, and then we'll be back Tuesday. Hoover and Garza for boys basketball, high school hoops there action as well. Okay, what do we got to talk about here for the next 3 minutes? Well, I wanted to give some MVP race thoughts, but let's be fair. We got still some time for that honor to be figured out, right, Jorge? Have you felt like the NFL MVP race is closed? Is it tightened? Is it really a coin flip right now between Stafford and Drake May?
No.
So
I think it's wide open still.
Like, that's what I mean, coin flip. Like, it's not. It's going to be. It's up in
the air.
It's up in the air. Like, you can flip a coin and feel.
But between those two, I don't know if I feel like if anybody makes I don't know. I feel like if Allen continues and goes all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, this voting's closed. The voting is closed. It doesn't matter what happens in the playoffs for MVP. So it's done. The case is done. The votes have been cast, and we will get revealed or the votes will be revealed, and the winner will be revealed on Monday, I believe, before the Super Bowl. So, playoffs have never factored in the MVP race. I find this one of the most fascinating MVP races of all time. Because I think there's a real exercise in what this award is supposed to represent versus what people want it to be.
Who's up for it? Is it?
It's May and Stafford. Those are the top two odds, and nobody else is close. So. It's the eternal argument of like,
I don't know.
You really don't.
I really don't feel like they made enough to be the MVPs.
You're telling me nobody would. Or hey, where have you been with the national narrative?
I mean,
no one else has grasped it.
That's what I'm saying.
So these are the two.
I don't feel like
you just automatically go to the quarterbacks that have had the best completion percentage, best passing yards, best touchdowns, lowest interceptions, and those are the two right now, and best records too. Patriots are 14-3. The Rams are
most valuable player.
Because you're not.
What is the most valuable player though?
Who is the most valuable to their team if you took them up? Like, would you think the Patriots would have been 14 games if Drake May was not playing quarterback for that team?
Maybe.
What? Oh, come on. What are you doing there? Maybe?
I don't know.
You don't know? If Stafford did not play for the Rams, would they be 12-5 and doing what they do?
No.
I think someone with a pulse could throw to Puka and Devontae.
But okay, so what makes it different than with?
Because I don't think Drake May headed them out of the supporting cast as Stafford certainly had. It's a difficult path to it, and the guy has had to make every deep throw he's needed to make in terms of what he has had to do to win football games. Okay, all right, we don't have enough time to do this, Jorge.
Yeah.
You're killing me. Let's take a break. Hour number 3 next.
Hey guys, it's Phil Bonatti here from Behind the Bench to remind you that every Thursday you can catch my show live from Fashion Furniture. We talk about all the latest topics and news concerning Central Valley sports, as well as interviews with the coaches and players that are making it happen on the playing field. Be sure to stop on by and enjoy some food and a great show from 3 to 6 p.m., as well as look at all the fine selections that Fashion Furniture has to offer. That's Behind the Bench, live from Fashion Furniture, 3 to 6 p.m. every Thursday. I'll see you there.
Looking sharp shouldn't break the bank. At Fresno Suit Outlet, everyone knows we're the home of the 3-suit deal, and for good reason. You'll get 3 suits, 3 shirts, 3 ties, 3 belts, 3 pairs of socks, and 3 hankies, all for just $3.99. And shoes start at just $39.99. Now at their new location, 5135 North Blackstone, just across from the original spot. Same incredible deals, same unbeatable value. So why shop anywhere else? Fresno Suit Outlet. Check out the new location today.
For projects of any size, residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, Pacific Steel Supply guarantees to match or beat any competitor's price by an additional 10% on all top-quality steel materials, metal roofing, and components. They'll help you save time and money with their 24/7 service, fast delivery, and the most competitive pricing in the industry. Get started today with a free quote from Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno on Ashland and Parkway, just off Highway 99, or online at PacificSteelSupply.com.
At Clausen Honda in Fresno, you're not just getting a car, you're stepping into a full service experience. From the latest new Honda models to certified pre-owned vehicles, a cafe to grab your morning coffee, and a team dedicated to making you feel respected and well served. Whether you're trading in, buying, or scheduling service for your ride, Clausen Honda has you covered with transparent financing, a full service center. Drive in today and see how easy getting behind the wheel can be. Clausen Honda at 6346 North Blackstone Avenue in Fresno.
Welcome to A+ Signs.
Thanks. Yeah, I need some custom exterior signs for my business.
Great. What's the name of your business?
C+ Signs.
Wait, you own a sign company?
Yep, C+ Signs.
And you want us, A+ Signs, to make your signs?
Yeah, I need them really fast, and we can't touch our turnaround times.
We are kind of known for that.
For signs that stop traffic, drive traffic, and even direct traffic, call A+ Signs.
Remember, A+ has great technicians to service and repair signs, too.
Yeah, we got a guy, but he's afraid of ladders.
When hunger's in the red zone, Toledo's Mexican Restaurant has the winning play. Huddle up for their new chicken deals starting at just $14.99. Gandos, chicken mole enchiladas, and Sam's Special. Use promo code ESPN for an extra 10% off, in addition to reward points and discounts. Plus, swing on by Toledo's and catch all your college and NFL action on the big screens. Happy hour, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5. Saturdays and Sundays, 8 to 10, with $10 apps, $7 house margaritas, and $5 drafts. Toledo's Mexican Restaurant.
Are you a business owner struggling to understand how cloud technology can help your business? Are you in need of computer and technology support for your employees? M-Cubed Technologies is your solution for fully managed IT services. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. M-Cubed will be your partner in the digital world, allowing your business to carry on worry-free. We specialize in cloud hosting, Microsoft 365 management, general IT support, and VoIP phone services. Call M-Cubed Technologies today to discuss our partnerships.
It's cold outside. And a good thing, Donald P. Dick has 5-year free financing on a new Lennox system. That's 0% financing and up to 30% energy savings. This isn't a system that costs. It pays. Get 54 years of experience, 12 People's Choice Awards, and Lennox, the best-selling system in the Valley. Affordable, high-quality Lennox. And 5 years of free financing from Donald P. Dick. Call 255-1644.
Your home for high school sports. 1430 ESPN, the Valley's local sports leader. KFIG Fresno.
I'm Christine Lisi. On ESPN, it's the Celtics hosting the Nuggets in the first game of a Wednesday night NBA doubleheader. Denver leading Boston 46-45 in the second quarter. Peyton Watson with 13 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 1 block. The Eastern Conference leading Pistons up 45-41 on the Bulls in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Hornets a 38-30 lead on the Raptors. Tyrese Maxey's got 20 points. He and the 76ers up 58-51 on the Wizards in the second quarter. Knicks leading the Clippers 23-22 in the first quarter. Nets a 19-17 first quarter lead on the Magic. Hawks up 25-19 on the Pelicans in the first. Jalen Johnson's got 10 points. As the Hawks and Trae Young continue working together on a possible trade, the 27-year-old star point guard has his preferred destination. ESPN's Shams Charania reports it's the Wizards. ESPN NBA analyst Danny Green.
He also had Brooklyn on his trade destination in Minnesota, so that's a place that he would want to win. But I'm also thinking he wants to be a place where it's still his team. You know, he wants to win. He wants to obviously get the Brinks truck to back up. But he wants to he's still young enough, still in his prime. He still thinks he can run an organization and be a part of take an organization to the next level.
Young's got $95 million remain on his contract, including a $49 million player option in the offseason. NHL Stars up 1-0 on the Capitals' first intermission on a goal by Radek Faksa, a shorthanded goal. Flames and Canadiens no score in the first period. Utah will host Colorado in the 2027 Winter Classic at the University of Utah Stadium. It'll be the NHL's 47th regular season outdoor game.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up Thursday Night Football's Richard Sherman, Abbott Elementary star William Stanford Davis in Studio Plus, a Miami Ole Miss preview. That's Thursday on The Rich Eisen Show on Disney Plus, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks. But super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right, Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, here on this Wednesday afternoon, hour number 3 of 3. We're sending off to Laker basketball tonight. By the way, no FPU Sunbird Sports Show tonight. They'll return next week, correct, Jorge? FPU?
I believe so, yes.
So no FPU Sunbird Sports Show tonight, so you're anticipating that at 6 o'clock over on 790. No dice. We will be back next week with another edition of FPU Sunbird Sports Show. So there you go for you folks out there. Boy, I'll peel back the curtain a little bit, Jorge. I thought I was dreading this show ever since yesterday. It was I'm usually a prepared person, and when we found out the Laker game was 2 hours later than we normally did, I was worried of the stamina here. But I feel great, and I feel like we're in the home stretch here.
Yeah, I feel like I think things just worked out, and thanks to Paul Leffler for coming in and Joe. But I feel like that went by pretty quick.
And now we got the 5 o'clock hour, which always has the interesting stuff, including, hey, big shout out FFB. They have sponsored our 5 of 5, so we're back with a sponsor on the 5 of 5. And Jorge, we only got one of 5 of 5 this week because we only have 2 hours of radio after this hour left for the week, so we don't have a whole lot of time to get into anything else here. Interesting 5 of 5. Jorge and I did a list of all the quarterback trust rankings in terms of it, but now we have the full 14 teams set up here in terms of The quarterbacks we trust the most. The quarterbacks we trust the most in the playoffs. Who, with your team's season on the line, you need a score to win a football game. Who are you putting the ball in their hand, in your idea, in your estimation of who you trust the most to do so and get the score you need? Jorge, did you find this ranking hard or easy?
I think once I realized what the players were like in the playoffs, then I'm like, okay, these quarterbacks, I could see. I made the list pretty quick.
I think I made the list pretty quick too. Because I think there's a tier of 5 at the top. It's just a matter of order. It's the rest of the ranking that gets all little dicey. But so I'm curious. In my opinion, there's a clear top 5, and I wonder if we have the same 5.
Maybe.
All right. Well, Jorge, we got the sponsor open back, so why don't we roll it?
5 at 5 with Benatti is brought to you by FFB Bank. Family-friendly banking. What does FFB mean to you?
That's right, FFB. What does it mean to you there? All right. So, Jorge, what were your qualifications of trust in your quarterback?
I think experience had to do with it. Experience in the playoffs. I think overall record and who they beat in the, if you beat a lot of teams that were in the playoffs or maybe at least play them, I think that had to do with it too.
Okay. All right. I like your criteria. I think we're kind of aligning in the same way, but let's see if we align with the same people. I think I'm going to catch you with surprise with my number 5.
Okay. Number 5.
I got Aaron Rodgers here at number 5.
Rodgers, well, he fits both of my criteria, but
I know. Wow. So that's why I'm surprised he's not here. But I think last week kind of showed me something. The game against the Ravens.
He still got it.
Yeah, he is able to lead a drive in a moment where you need it and get you ahead in a football game if you're in dire straits. And say what you want about the age and the mobility and the immobility of Aaron Rodgers and what he's doing. His processing is still there. And I would firmly believe if the Steelers are down 4 against Houston on Monday next week, and with about 2.5 minutes to go, I would firmly believe I think Aaron Rodgers could lead a touchdown drive to put the Pittsburgh Steelers ahead and move on in that playoffs.
Yeah, I put money on that.
Yeah.
I would put money on him.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Rodgers, to me, sits at number 5. I think, of course, just if he was 26-year-old Aaron Rodgers, I would sit there and be like, oh, yeah, he'd be number 1 for me, especially with his scramble ability. Lack of scramble ability is what is hurting him here. For me in my ranking, because there's only one way he's picking up a first down, and that is through the air. And I'm taking out the idea of, do I trust the Steelers offense to get it done? Simply, if I just inserted Aaron Rodgers into my playoff team, that is where I would go. So that's why I have Aaron Rodgers 5. Who do you got at 5?
Okay. I have, and this is the only one that hasn't had, real playoff experience is Drake May.
Drake May. All right.
Yeah, in my top 5.
Wow. What do you like about him?
I think he played well. Obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks in the season, but I feel like his lack of experience in the playoffs is what's keeping him from being higher in the list.
Certainly.
But I feel like he's definitely top 5.
Was there a game? I think the Baltimore game is what I look at. I'm like, wow, okay, down 11 and able to take care of business with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 11. I'm like, all right, there's your moment, Drake, to go and win a good football game.
Yeah, he was poised. Play some teams that are definitely title contenders still. So, and they came out on top of him. So, he's definitely, has the chops to be a top quarterback here.
Yeah. Well, we can continue this conversation because at number 4.
Number 4.
I have Drake May here. And it's just simply what I've seen from him so far this year is the poise, the ability to scramble, the ability to kind of extend plays, and the ability to feel the pocket, the ability to strike downfield really at times that has been remarkable on defenses that just quite aren't ready for how perfectly you can throw a football down the sideline. My concern is sometimes the pocket can collapse on him, and He holds it just a little too long, but I haven't been in a season. I haven't felt this season outside of I think the Raider game is the one game I can point to where I'm like, come on, Drake, like, come on, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, and that was week 1. That was 18 weeks ago in terms of it. But I get you. The playoff experience is a different kind of feel. But Drake May, continually, when people are saying, well, they're going to fade, they're going to lose to somebody, they're going to figure it out, they're going to regress to the mean in some form or fashion, he has just been as consistent as anybody has been this season. So I don't know why it would stop here in the playoffs. He's just I don't know. He's got a persona that just is so level, like it's hard for me to believe a big moment will get to him.
Yeah. It reminded me of Purdy when he first came out.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, just, feeling himself in the pocket and just knowing when to throw the ball.
Absolutely. What do you got it for?
I got Darnold.
Sam Darnold,
my USC guy.
Okay.
I think that if everything is working fine, he finds his way to get the win and, great performances. And I think he's working through some ghosts.
Yeah.
I think he's not seeing them as much anymore, even though he's getting pressured. I think he's still working at it, though, but that's why he's number 4. He's higher than that. But.
His one playoff game was an absolute train wreck. Remember that?
Yeah.
Against the Rams.
Yeah, against the Rams. And then, that was difficult to watch.
Yeah.
But then again, it was that Rams defense was just
elite.
I just feel like the Vikings weren't just not ready for them.
Yeah.
And that hurt them.
Tough. It's tough. But I think there's been enough evidence to show that Sam Darnold has been phenomenal this year in those moments and when it's counted the most, the throws that need to be made. It's just a matter of seeing, just like Drake May. Let's see it in the playoffs. Let's go to
number 3.
I got Brock Purdy here at number 3. And if you look at the track record of Brock, like, when has he had a dud in the playoffs? Like, I don't think there's been a dud in the playoffs at all. Like
Super Bowl,
like,
and even then, it
wasn't really like you were there in it. Overtime. Had a chance. Like, his only dud is when his elbow blew up in Philly, so that's not even fair. So, he has shown up in the bright light moments, and that's why I am hesitant to always kind of count out the 49ers in this playoff run. We'll get to our game picks in the next segment. But to me, Brock Purdy has yet to have a dud in the playoffs as opposed to some other guys maybe in this list, and that's why it's hard for me to put him any lower than this. The only thing that's holding him back for me is maybe just an inability to protect the football at times. There are moments where he has thrown for multiple interceptions this season that has caught me off guard and been alarmed at his play. But outside of that, I thought his ceiling is really high. I look at the Bears game, and sometimes his floor can get low. I'm looking at the Carolina Monday night game when he threw 3 picks in the first quarter. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I think Brock Purdy deserves to be here at 3. That's where I sit.
At 3, I have Stafford.
Okay.
I think his experience in the playoffs is well documented. He already has a ring. The only thing that bothers me is that, his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's, still lingering out there. And I think for number 3, I think that's a pretty good spot for him.
Okay. All right. Stafford at 3. That's fine.
Number 2.
I have Josh Allen here at number 2. Josh Allen, I believe, has yet to win a playoff game on the road. I believe that's the stat.
Yes.
And that concerns me. Just in terms of his ability to win. Now, let's go case by case here when Josh Allen's gone on the road. Now, his first time was in 2019, I believe, and that was against the Texans team. And remember when Josh, just fumbled the ball randomly?
Yeah.
That was crazy, Josh.
Yeah.
Wild Josh in terms of that. But outside of it, the Bills have gone on the road And every time, I think it was a couple times in Kansas City when they ended up losing in that fashion. And the other time they got eliminated, I think, was against
Cincinnati
at home. But outside of that, Buffalo has had numerous times of games on the road where they haven't been able to complete and seal the deal. Is that fair to Josh Allen? I don't know. But there's some times where this Bills offense, when it needs a touchdown, gets a field goal and stalls out a little bit and doesn't quite complete the victory in terms of that, and allows teams to find ways to win football games against them. And so, to me, I consider what Josh Allen can do in the playoffs. He is a special player. He is a terrifying player when you're up 14 over anybody in terms of that. But it is just the experience for me that just holds me back. But I think the ceiling of what Josh Allen can do in this playoffs, and if I put him on my team, I consider it a top-tier level for him. But he doesn't get my number one spot because of it. That's the only thing holding me back, is that road record and what he has, the lack of what he's been able to do then.
Yeah, for my number 2, I have Purdy.
Okay.
Purdy on number 2. I think, much like you said pretty much everything that I was going to say, too. I think that he's been letting the ball go a little bit too long. And before he had better wide receivers that could, go up and catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a little bit more like sometimes they can't catch them. So, they go over and land on the defender. But other than that, I think he's well poised, and like you said, he hasn't had a bad game on the playoff, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Niners made the Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, no, it's all good points. All good points with Purdy. So it sounds like we have different number ones for sure.
Yeah.
Number 1.
This is where I put Matthew Stafford, simply because out of my guys in the top 5. He has had the most recent Super Bowl run. I don't think it's his fault that his teams have been eliminated the 2 times they did in the Rams. And he quite simply knows how to get the best out of everybody on his team. And he knows when to feed the guys who are needed to be fed on his team as well. He commands the huddle the best to me. He is calm, cool, and collected under all certain aspects of pressure. And to me, he has the highest ceiling and the ability to come back in certain fashions as a football team and a football player for him. So he is the veteran. He has seen the most action. To me, I would take his resume over the last 4 years and 5 years in the playoffs, and I would take it up against anybody. He has the like I said, the most recent Lombardi, and that's what I qualified to it, and that's why I have him at number 1.
My number 1 is Josh Allen.
There you go.
I think Josh Allen is just, he doesn't have Mahomes anymore to worry about. He doesn't have, Cincinnati to worry about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he's got a pretty good opportunity to go. This is a different Mahomes. This is a different Allen, I mean.
Yeah.
He's a married man now.
Married man.
He's
soon-to-be father.
He's soon-to-be father.
To-be.
He's a more mature Allen. I think that he's very well. This could be his opportunity to get a ring.
Has to be. Feels like it.
Yep.
All right. I like the lists.
That was Phil's 5 at 5.
You want me to complete my list? I have the whole 14.
Have the whole 14? Okay.
Just real quick. I'll just roll through. At 6, I have Jalen Hurts was on the outside looking in for me.
Okay.
Because he also recently won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's just a strange offense that team runs. Sam Darnold's at 7 for me. Then I have Jordan Love at 8. He's the hardest for me to rank. I have Trevor Lawrence 9.
I think I would have switched those 2.
I have Bo Nix at 10.
Yeah.
Herbert 11. C.J. Stroud 12. Caleb 13. And then Bryce Young 14.
I would put Caleb maybe a little bit higher, but
above C.J. Stroud?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Probably. But that's, yeah.
I feel like I have Herbert too low, but then again, I just look at what he's done, and I have a hard time. I have the hardest time with Justin Herbert. All right, Jorge, let's take a break. When we come back, We will run through the gamut. We go through the 6 games. We pick them next here on 1430 ESPN.
We all know the soothing scent of Vicks Vapo Rub, the comforting scent families everywhere have come to trust. Whether you had a pesky cough and couldn't go to sleep, or you just needed a loving touch of care to help you feel better, Vicks Vapo Rub has always been there. It always made you feel better, and today, it still does. Reach for Vicks Vapo Rub and wrap yourself with the calm and soothing relief only Vicks Vapo Rub can bring. Vicks Vapo Rub, trusted soothing vapors, always there for you.
We started like you, a small team with a big dream to serve the Valley. 20 years later, FFB Bank is still proudly backing businesses across California and beyond. We've learned a lot about what it takes to grow, and now we're using that experience to make things easier for you. With our Switch and Save offer, we'll cover up to 90 days of payment processing, provide no-cost equipment, and offer competitive rates so your business can keep more of what it earns. And behind it all is a local team that truly understands your goals and is ready to help you reach them. Make the switch. Save with FFB. Visit ffb.bank to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Citizens Business Bank is a proud sponsor of the Fresno State Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. At Citizens Business Bank, we're celebrating 50 years of serving successful small and medium-sized businesses in California. We have successfully taken a customer-focused and relationship-driven approach to banking for more than half a century. We pride ourselves on our ability to provide you with the personal service you'd expect from a local community bank while offering you all the capabilities you get from a large bank. My team strives to build long-term banking relationships by getting to personally know you and your business, and then providing you with a wide array of powerful solutions customized to your unique financial needs. Visit cbbank.com to learn how Citizens Business Bank can help contribute to your success. That's cbbank.com. Citizens Business Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At Clausen Honda in Fresno, you're not just getting a car, you're stepping into a full service experience. From the latest new Honda models to certified pre-owned vehicles, a cafe to grab your morning coffee, and a team dedicated to making you feel respected and well served. Whether you're trading in, buying, or scheduling service for your ride, Clausen Honda has you covered with transparent financing, a full service center. Drive in today and see how easy getting behind the wheel can be. Clausen Honda at 6346 North Blackstone Avenue in Fresno.
Quick, where can you find a great selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Serta, and Mattress First bedding? Easy. The same place you'll find adjustable beds, sheets, pillows, mattress protectors, and more. Sleep Retreat, inside Fashion Furniture. It's the same place you'll find 150 recliners, custom upholstery, leather sectionals, dining furniture, and even office furniture, not including thousands of decorating ideas that you're really gonna love. Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Get ready to turn up the heat. The new Zinger Chicken Sandwich is here at KFC. A crispy hand-breaded chicken filet seasoned just right and served hot on a toasted bun with cool, crisp lettuce and creamy sauce that hits every craving. It's bold, it's spicy, and it's finger-licking good. Whether you crave spice or just crave great taste, the Zinger delivers that delicious KFC crunch you love. Grab the new Zinger Chicken Sandwich at your local participating KFC today.
1430 ESPN is giving you the best seat in the house. The athletes, the stories, the action that loyal fans want to get inside the game. Whether it's high school, college, or the superstars you know today, Phil Bonatti is taking you behind the bench to give you the best perspective of sports in the Central Valley. Listen to Behind the Bench with Phil Bonatti every day from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Don't miss it and tune in only on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Central Valley's local sports leader.
from Golden West. And we will have Friday's show, which I also believe is just an hour, and I don't have enough time to go over that as well because I have somewhat secured an interview for that day as well for that hour. So we got to do it right now, Jorge. We got to do it right now. So you ready? You ready? This Bonatti Blitz brought to you by, of course, Grocery Outlet. Grocery Outlet. Go visit your local grocery outlet for all your grocery goods out there. Visit your Central Valley grocery outlets at Northwest Fresno, Southeast Fresno, Downtown Fresno, Kerman, Sanger. Should have stopped by today. All right, Bonatti Blitz, Wild Card Edition. Super Wild Card Weekend. They don't call it that anymore. 6 games on the docket. And we pick them right now. Starting with the Rams and the Panthers in Carolina. Rams are 10-point favorites last time that's happened. The Seahawks faced the Saints in 2010. And guess who won? That underdog team. Hey, Panthers played the Rams earlier this year. Rams lost 31-28 in a weird, strange football game between two teams that I think a lot of people weren't sure that was the result that was going to happen. The Rams certainly come in with a lot of strength, a lot of gusto. This offense has been humming and are ready to add a key cog to this team, which includes Devontae Adams back and healthy. Devontae, Puka together have been a formidable force for this team. I do believe they've only lost twice when both of them play this entire season. I would not expect them to lose in this one. However, I'd be a little concerned in terms of the turnover situation. If the Panthers are able to force turnovers on the Rams, this game gets very interesting real quick. But I believe the Rams defense can overwhelm this Bryce Young-led unit. The pass rush has been phenomenal. They got to defend the run very well, and if they do so, I would imagine the Panthers as a throwing team would struggle very mightily. Give me the Rams to win. They will not cover that 10-point spread, but the Rams should win and move on to the divisional round.
Yeah, I think the Rams have this game. But there's something that happens in the Rams during the game that they get like disconnected. And all of a sudden they let the other team come back. This happened like last week with Arizona too. And I mean, Arizona just is not that good of a team, but if it happens this time against the Panthers, I don't know if they're able to hold the Panthers back from a comeback, but I feel like the Rams will have it if they don't get disconnected.
Next up, Packers and Bears in Chicago. Part 3 of what has been a fascinating, developing, of course, the longest rivalry in the NFL, but a new rivalry between Love and Caleb. These two teams, Packers a 1.5 favorite according to ESPN DraftKings Sportsbook there. Packers 1.5 point favorite. Fascinating to see that they just assume that the Packers can plug in their injured players and they'll be better for it. But Caleb Williams in this team, I thought it was foreboding how they played last week against the Lions. 0 points up until the fourth quarter. This offense disconnected in all of their drops in the way they played. But it kind of screamed that it felt like they used a lot of that momentum from the Niner game in that Niner game in their offensive side, and now they didn't have it in the game against the Lions. What do the Packers have? They barely showed up last week. A pseudo bye for them, and they're ready to roll. Jordan Love has certainly had the playoff experience to make things happen for this team. The question is, does he have the amount of targets, the amount of guys back that will work for them in a playoff run? Christian Watson missed the playoff run last year for this Packers side. They ended up losing to the Eagles in this very same position. The Packers, only team to win as a 7 seed in the playoffs when they were that 2 years ago against the Dallas Cowboys. I worry about the Bears' sustainability in offense. I know this defense can turn over Jordan Love and this crew. That's the question. Can they capitalize with touchdowns instead of field goals? I do not believe that will be the case. I think the Packers can overcome. They can defeat this Bears team, and I think they do by a hair. The Packers will upset the Chicago Bears.
This is the third game in a month or 32 days or something like that. But I don't know. Green Bay won the first one, and then they lost the second one in overtime. So I don't know. It's a close game. I think it's gonna be up to Chicago's offense to not let the game go. and I feel like whoever's less injured is probably going to win this game.
Bills and Jaguars Sunday, 10 a.m. Buffalo, a 1.5 favorite over those Jacksonville Jaguars. I say not so fast, my friend. Remember that stat I threw out in the last segment. Josh Allen, winless in the road for the Buffalo Bills. You know the weather ain't going to be a factor down there in sunny Jacksonville, Florida. What do the Bills do well? They run the ball very well. A very effective team with James Cook being the leading rusher in the National Football League this season. But can they rely upon it the entire game against the Jacksonville defense? That is very, very formidable against the run. The Jaguars are one of the top teams in run defense. They actually are the top run defense in the National Football League. So negating that strength of the Buffalo Bills causes for concern of what they can sustain moving forward. The Jaguars are opportunistic in turnovers. Josh Allen tends to give one away a couple times in these football games. And then on the flip side, offensively, the Jaguars have certainly been able to run the ball. ETN, a resurgence. This offensive side with Jacoby Myers unlocking that pass game. And Trevor Lawrence has been nearly perfect through the last 7 or 8 weeks for this Jacksonville team. The matchups scream to me that Jacksonville will win this game, and I can't ignore it. I think the Jaguars do advance and beat the Buffalo Bills in Duval.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. I think that one of the reasons is that Josh Allen is going to run a lot. I think he's going to get away from defenders. He's going to use his legs. And I don't think the Jags are going to have an answer for that. So that's going to tip the scale to the Buffalo. But it's going to be a close game, though.
Next up, Niners and Eagles in Philadelphia. The Eagles 4.5-point favorite, and I get it. I understand why. The Niners coming in limping on offense. Their worst output offensively point-wise since Kyle Shanahan's first ever game as a 49er head coach. Yeah, that's right. They only scored 3 against the Panthers. 49ers didn't have Trent Williams in that last game against Seattle. They didn't have Ricky Pearsall in that game against Seattle. That is going to be the key for this one. I hinge my pick on that kind of certain player being played because the 49ers did not have the separation against the Seattle defense, and I would imagine they're going to be hurting trying to get separation that way on the passing game against this Eagles defense. So can they run the ball against this Eagles defense? Well, hello, Jalen Carter. He's there in the middle. So that will be a tough task for this offense. So what has to happen? Well, the defense needs to show up on the flip side and frustrate this Philly team that also goes into a shell offensively from time to time. If you're a Niner hoping for a victory, the hope is that the Eagles do not play their A game on Sunday. And unfortunately, hope is not a reliant factor to me. I do believe that the Eagles are going to have the ability to beat this 49er team, and I will sit there with that prediction, unless Ricky Pearsall plays. But if he doesn't, the Eagles will take care of business at home against the 49ers.
I think one of the more important parts, I don't think it's Pearsall, I think it's Williams. I think if we have him, if the Niners have him in the line, there's more opportunities available for other players, and the running game gets going a lot better. And if the running game gets going, McCaffrey starts, feeling hot, and the Phillies going to have a hard time stopping them. So I think that could be, a real turn for the Niners. But yeah, definitely a tough game, close game.
Next up, Sunday night. Patriots, Chargers in New England. The Patriots, 3.5-point favorites against this Charger team. What are these team strengths in? The Patriots have found their running game for the last few weeks. Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, been scoring touchdowns at will for this team. It's been a tandem that I would argue is the best run game right now in the postseason at this point. And Drake May has been at an MVP level all season with his ability to throw the football. That's what they're doing offensively. They've gotten Will Campbell back, who's certainly been a big part of that. Like Trent Williams for the Niners, Will Campbell coming back has been a big factor for what their sustained success can be. On the flip side, on the defensive side, the Patriots will have to find ways to slow down this Chargers attack. The Patriots, not a great passing rushing team, but the Chargers struggle to defend the pass rush, so that'll be a curious case of what will happen. Herbert might be running for his life just a little bit in this matchup, and so the question is, can the Chargers exploit maybe the the tough times the Patriots will have in their secondary. That is the question and the matchup I'd look forward to here. On the flip side, the Chargers can run the ball. Can the Patriots get back to their run defensive ways? And so that is going to be the compelling battle. What the Chargers offense does against this Patriots defense. I think the Patriots offense can find ways to score against this Charger defense, and why I think that'll be the difference in this matchup between two teams. It is the Patriots at home. It is hard to beat the Patriots at home. Mike Vrabel will have them prepared, and the Patriots will defeat the Chargers in New England on a Sunday night.
There's a chance for the Chargers here, and I think that comes on the defense. If they're able to stop the run, which is going to be a hard thing to do, but if they are able to, then they'll have a better chance of winning this game. Other than that, I think it's a Patriots win.
Next up, Texans and the Steelers on a Monday. Do we pick this game? Maybe we don't pick this game. Do we save this for Monday?
We could.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
There you go. And that is your Benani Blitz, brought to you by Grocery Outlets. So there we go. 5 games. I lied. I thought we were going to pick 6, and then I forgot about the Monday game. And I'm like, well, why pick that game right now when we have the Monday show on it?
True.
And give our thoughts before Texans and Steelers. And, of course, we'll be reacting to the entire playoff weekend on our Monday show, which, of course, we will have our thoughts on the 49ers-Eagles matchup and our thoughts on the Rams and Panthers matchup. You got something?
I was going to say the only thing I like is that the Niners, every time they come off a loss, they win a game.
It's been nice this year.
So that's how it's kind of been.
Yeah.
So hopefully it is like that. I'm hoping.
Trying to look at some stats here. The ESPN has these big write-ups that we have for these games, and trying to kind of parse through what's the necessary information in terms of it. Yeah, Jorge, you're correct with Trent Williams with and without him in the lineup. 61-32 the Niners are with Trent Williams in the lineup. You want to? How many wins do you think they have without him?
2.
4. 4-13 is their record without Trent Williams. In the lineup.
It just opens up more, players to do more things, more place opportunities, and it helps out Kittle, because Kittle then doesn't have to worry about covering as much as he does when he's not there, double teaming somebody or but yeah, I think he's a real part of the offense that we need.
Christian McCaffrey, does he score a touchdown in Sunday's game?
Hopefully.
He has an interesting stat line.
He's about to hit 1,000, right?
Well, it won't matter anymore. But 7 career straight playoff games to start his playoff career. He's hit his touchdown in all of them. It's the tied for the longest streak by any player to begin his career in the NFL postseason. That's with Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, who have that streak. He could break that streak record with 8 in a row if he scores a touchdown in Philly. Only player to score a touchdown in 8 or more consecutive playoff games at any point. You got Thurman Thomas, who did 9 straight times. John Stallworth, who did it 8. Emmitt Smith did it 8 straight from 93 to 96 there. So Christian McCaffrey had some good company as a playoff performer in there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Purdy seems to be fine. He had a little stinger in his left shoulder. Said that's kind of what the Niners are saying. It shouldn't keep him out for this game. And I was alluding to it on Monday. We were listening to the post-game press conference, so I didn't have you on the show there. My tenor from Kittle, I was listening to Kittle's press conference. I was there in the room. My sense is they are more confident, the Niners are more confident that Trent is going to play than Ricky Pearsall is going to play.
Yeah. I mean, Pearsall was there, what was it, last week?
He didn't play last week.
Didn't play last week.
No.
So both of them didn't play last week. So
Trent didn't play last week. Ricky didn't play last week. Yeah. By the way, the Niners have the 5th fewest sacks of any defense going into the playoffs.
No pressure. No pressure.
Do you want to know how many times those other teams, the bottom 5, did they win a playoff game? 0 times.
Well, that didn't have a pressure?
Didn't have a sack.
Oh, they didn't have sacks.
So here are the teams that since 1966 that had the fewest sacks by any playoff team coming in. The 1970 Dolphins had 18 sacks. They didn't win a playoff game. The 2020 Titans had 19 sacks. Didn't win a playoff game. 1979 Broncos had 19 sacks. Didn't win a playoff game. The Niners coming in with 20 sacks. Who knows? The Bengals of 2014 had 20 sacks. Didn't win a playoff game. So that's the problem. The pressure rate for the Niners. Who's getting to the quarterback?
When you lose your two, defensive tackles.
Here's what's tantalizingly so frustrating about what the Niners situation sits is, if you just get through this one, Fred's potentially right around the horizon for you.
That could be true.
Are you drinking that Kool-Aid?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy that we won without him like that. But I mean, adding him, even just him being on the bench, well, I feel like it makes a difference.
I joked that I'm like, hey, Bosa, it's just a ligament. Fred's dislocated his damn ankle. Like, what's keeping you back, Bosa? I'm kidding. Ligaments are different. Ligaments are a little different. All right, let's take a break. Let's wrap up the show next year on 1430 ESPN.
Quick, where can you find a great selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Serta, and Mattress First bedding? Easy. The same place you'll find adjustable beds, sheets, pillows, mattress protectors, and more. Sleep Retreat, inside fashion furniture. It's the same place you'll find 150 recliners, custom upholstery, leather sectionals, dining furniture, and even office furniture, not including thousands of decorating ideas that you're really gonna love. Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Pizza, wings, beer, and football. If that sounds good to you, then maybe you should be at Me and Ed's Victory Grill, the legendary pizza that you know and love, served in a family fun dining area. Plus, enjoy the neighborhood-style bar with TVs and friendly service. There's nothing like watching your team head towards victory. So come for the football, stay for the pizza at Me and Ed's Victory Grill in Granite Park. Visit meandedsvictorygrill.com. Pizza, wings, beer, and football. Me and Ed's Victory Grill.
Building a new warehouse? Adding on to your existing warehouse for more space? The boys from Fresno Rack and Shelving can help, because that's what they do. Fresno Rack's design department can help optimize your warehouse storage capabilities and increase your productivity with a large local stock of pallet racking, industrial parts shelving, in-house permitting, and installation departments. Fresno Rack and Shelving is the choice for you. Call or visit FresnoRack.com today.
It's cold outside. And a good thing, Donald P. Dick has 5-year free financing on a new Lennox system. That's 0% financing and up to 30% energy savings. This isn't a system that costs. It pays. Get 54 years of experience, 12 People's Choice Awards, and Lennox, the best-selling system in the Valley. Affordable, high-quality Lennox. And 5 years of free financing from Donald P. Dick. Call 255-1644.
Are you a business owner struggling to understand how cloud technology can help your business? Are you in need of computer and technology support for your employees? M-Cubed Technologies is your solution for fully managed IT services. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. M-Cubed will be your partner in the digital world, allowing your business to carry on worry-free. We specialize in cloud hosting, Microsoft 365 management, general IT support, and VoIP phone services. Call M-Cubed Technologies today to discuss our partnerships.
Bowman and Associates, your crop insurance specialists. You can't rely on the weather, but you can sure rely on us. We can help you get the protection you need. Bowman and Associates, your crop insurance specialists.
Contact Kent A. Bowman, California license number 0B51250. Call 559-499-2020.
Looking sharp shouldn't break the bank. At Fresno Suit Outlet, everyone knows we're the home of the 3-suit deal, and for good reason. You'll get 3 suits, 3 shirts, 3 ties, 3 belts, 3 pairs of socks, and 3 hankies, all for just $3.99. And shoes start at just $39.99. Now at their new location, 5135 North Blackstone, just across from the original spot. Same incredible deals, same unbeatable value. So why shop anywhere else? Fresno Suit Outlet. Check out the new location today.
Hey, Bulldog fans, Lynn's Restaurant Group, a proud partner of Fresno State Athletics, has launched a brand new app. With over 8 locations like J-Pot, Ramen Hayashi, and Hino Oishi, the app brings all your favorites together in one place. Order ahead, skip the wait, and earn rewards every time you dine. Whether it's game night or family night, the app has you covered. New members even score $5 in LRG credit just for signing up. Download the Lynn's Restaurant Group app today and start earning with every visit. Go Dogs!
ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. What a show. What a show we put together for 3 hours. You know what they say, Jorge? We're building the plane while it's in the air, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's because you have me today. So
of course. Expert producer.
Expert
producer Jorge.
That's why.
Handling the business. We got a show tomorrow.
I'm going to call myself the senior producer now.
Why haven't you been doing it so far? You should have been doing it already. El Señor Producer.
Senior producer.
El Señor Producer. What is producer in Spanish?
Productor.
Productor. Okay. All right. There you go. Got one more. We got a couple shows left this week. 1 hour tomorrow. 1 hour for fashion. It's going to be a good one, though. Got our student athlete of the week. Should I reveal who that is? I did allude to what school they're from. Let me let the people know.
Here they got some good couches over there.
Golden West. Oh, fashion. Golden West. Anaya Venegas is her student athlete of the week tomorrow. Girls basketball player. She's had a phenomenal season so far. We're going to have her and Coach Ali Garcia tomorrow, 3:15. So you want to listen to that interview tomorrow from Fashion Furniture. We'll spend some good time with them. And it's outside of that, the content we'll fit it around there, but predominantly we're featuring that interview tomorrow, so should be good. Appreciate them. I think they're playing a game tonight, so we'll.
You're probably gonna have Daniel with you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he'll take the pictures and send it along to the proper people. We'll get it on the social medias and all that, and we'll have it streamed out tomorrow for just an hour, so it should be pretty good. I just realized I had all the equipment still in my car, and should I just keep it in my car, or is that are we risking that?
It depends where you live.
I'm in a good neighborhood.
Should be fine then.
Shepherd? Yeah. Right.
Oh, North Fresno. Ooh.
Oh, hey. All right.
Fresno. Oh.
I just got a lot of people tuned out of our show. Like, oh, he's from North, bro. Oh, okay. All right. We also have an hour tomorrow, Friday. The reason we only have an hour for the next 2 days is college football playoff. Jorge, how do you feel about the playoff? I know we had Joe in talking about it. Are you excited about these games?
This is different. This
Yeah?
isn't the same teams over and over.
Yeah.
I feel like
literally
these are the best teams. I think
this is the first year you haven't had in the quarter or in the Final Four. You haven't had Alabama, Ohio State, or Georgia since the playoff began back in 2014.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think they all had a fair shot, and the better teams won.
Yeah,
that's all it is, and it makes it a lot fairer, for everybody else, and it just feels better, than what it used to be.
Of course. All right, let's do a little daily spread brought to you by Chancey Gold Resort and Casino. If you're not trying your luck with your teams, try your luck up the mountain. Go to Chancey Gold Resort and Casino today. Lakers in a battle with the Spurs tonight. Spurs 8.5-point favorites. The Lakers a little bit skidding right now. No LeBron tonight for the Lakers. He's already out. Also, Austin Reeves is out. He's been dealing with the calf strain since Christmas, so it's Luka against everybody. Luka against the world. Luka against Mr. Universe himself, Victor Wembanyama.
It's used to it since his Dallas days, so.
I worry about this defense of this team, man. They've really slid off since the bigger part of December. Lakers 8-7 since the start of December, following that 15-4 start, and they're kind of turning into the team we thought they'd be, right, Jorge? Kind of thought they'd be this team, and they I almost had me fooled. 15-4, I was looking at them like, all right, maybe this is a group, but I digress. Anyways, Lakers have dropped in scoring. They've slightly given up more points since that 15-4 start. They're 22nd in assists per game. They're 15th in scoring. They're 26th in rebounds per game. They're 26th in three-point percentage per game. Their outside shooting's been horrible. I don't see why they will have success tonight. I imagine they will have some struggles, especially in the interior, if they're going to try to score in the interior, because that's the only way they can score, because they can't shoot from the three. And, by the way, there's some big-time defenders inside for the Spurs that'll prevent you from getting easy buckets inside. I grow concerned about the Lakers' chances tonight, coming off a back-to-back. Nice win in New Orleans, but I would imagine the win streak ends here tonight at 3. What would you say, Jorge? You feel differently? Any glimmer of hope for the Lakers tonight?
I just not against this Spurs team. It's just, no, it's just too much.
What does Luka need tonight? Like 50?
At least.
Luka right now leads the league in scoring, 33.5 points per game. He is also 9.6 free throws per game, which leads the league. So he has a real chance to record only the 9th season in NBA history in which a player averaged 10 makes per game from the free throw line. Joel Embiid did that. Jerry West did that. Jerry West is the only Laker to do that as well. So there's a couple notable names there. This is going to be a tough one for the Lakers in terms of the matchup. It's just going to be a rough one for them. So we'll see where it all kind of plays out from there. So you have Spurs tonight. I have the Spurs tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, one quick note.
That
the game against the Kings is going to be at Golden One Center.
Oh, it's up north.
Yep.
All right. There you go. We like that. We like that. Do I dare talk about my Warriors real quick? Warriors and Bucks.
Why not?
My 19 and 18 Warriors.
You got time?
Warriors 5.5 point favorites. I'd take the Bucks right there. Warriors just struggle to score. I mean, Steph Curry. Have you seen his stats this season?
Yeah.
They've been insane. For what, 37? Is that how you'll?
For a guy that's about to retire?
He's not about to retire.
Okay, well then.
He's got about 5 more years.
You think so?
I think he gets to the LeBron territory.
Really?
He doesn't look that where is he getting hurt? Like, he's not getting hurt.
True.
He's rolling.
I just felt like he just wanted to do something else.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, speaking of your Golden State Warriors, did you hear that when Snoop Dogg called the game? Well, he wasn't calling the game.
Oh, on the Peacock?
Yeah.
He was on the game's broadcast.
Yeah, but he called out when
Steve Kerr was going to was going to get ejected, and I don't blame Steve Kerr for getting ejected. I would lose my you-know-what, too, if the refs missed an obvious goaltend. It's 2 points. And by the way, the Warriors lost by a point.
Yeah.
Think about that. Yeah. Strange irony.
No, but that call from Snoop Dogg was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
If you
better watch out.
Yeah.
We're in Inglewood. Steve Kerr's got that pit bull in him.
What is it? He called. He made a reference to his college days in Arizona.
Yeah, a Wildcat. He's got that Wildcat.
Wildcat in him.
I mean, Snoop's been in every part of my life for the last week and a half now. I feel like I can't stop. I can't stop looking at. I can't stop getting Snoop content. It's crazy.
Having him on, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, Jorge. Feel good about our show. Appreciate you doing the 3 hours today.
Of course.
Thank you to Joe for coming in, doing the afternoon Joe to start. That was a good warm-up for us there. Fun content. Hey, good job on your hot takes this year.
I feel like I went 50-50 on that.
You and I kind of went the same on that. We kind of went the same route.
We did have some horrible takes and then some pretty good ones. So.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, at least my pretty one's still up there in the air.
Yeah, your Cardinals one,
Yeah.
That one's pretty bad. Thanks to Paul Leffler for joining us in this show as well. Good conversation. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock for 1 hour from Fashion Furniture. Until then, Laker basketball coming up soon here on 1430 ESPN.
At Helena Agri Enterprises, we're committed to helping